Yeah. Siyacamagusha. Sithi makube camagu, kube chosi, kube hele. Siyacamca sinqula ke sicengceleza xa senza njalo. Sithi makube chosi, kusuka ubunqu kuvela ubumweka. Kusuka ubuntsu kuvela ubuqhwa. Siyacamagusha abantwana bemgquba sithi makube chosi, kube hele. Kusuka ubumnyama kuvela ukhanya. Imicamzo izinqulo ke zezingxengxezo, imicamngco yezingxengxezo sithi makuthi ngxe kube tutu beselututwini. Khosi. My people, welcome pula ayine pula mayine imvula kube mhlophe. Today I want us to talk about our language, but we understand our language is but an anchor. And not only is it an anchor, it is also a key, our language is a key to understanding things that we thirst for. Our people thirst for these things, but they don't know how to unlock them. They overlook the importance of language. I should not be speaking in English, but I'm forced to, because I want as many people as possible to hear this message. I should not be speaking in English. I should be speaking in my mother tongue, so that we can understand the purest form of an indigenous experience in the indigenous language. But I do understand. So in those words, I say kaitis, I say qom, I say khotoba. Those are my greetings. Tabete, nabe. Those are my greetings, my people. I'm happy. I feel much in my qawb. I feel fullness in my heart because umzila uyabonakala. I can see the trail of the work we do. It's having a ripple effect. It's having a ripple effect, and I understand it's a process, but it's having a ripple effect. People are starting to now think for themselves, and that is the key. There may be no glory, but it's good when people think for themselves more than anything. It's good when people think for themselves. That means greetings, my people. I tried to host a live last week, I think, but there were some weird issues. But anyway, we are not there now. I want to play something because I was talking about the importance of understanding yourself, understanding who you are, so that you don't go and embarrass yourself in the world, A lot of black people are embarrassing themselves in the world nowadays. A lot of black people are embarrassing themselves in the world. I'm going to play something here. Let me remove my background. Black people are embarrassing themselves in the world. And it's not a good thing. It's not a good look. Sometimes you can fight for some things, but you need to use the truth. The thing about the truth is that you don't have to fight for it. It's just there. And it speaks on its own. It does not need you to keep on fighting for it. You just need to put it there. Sometime last week, I tried to speak about this nonsense. There's a group of West Africans and possibly a Zimbabwean who are going to Scotland. At the border of Scotland, they're trying to enter the country. They're saying that the indigenous people. Look, we can talk about who the indigenous people of Scotland are some other time. Now, the problem is that they say there's a kingdom of Kubala, and that this man you see right here, this man is the king of Kubala, and the lady here is the Queen Nandi. And the son of Queen Nandi was unalived by the people in Scotland. Her son, his name is Chaka. So this is Queen Nandi, and her son's name is Chaka. This is the handmaiden of Queen Nandi. This is the servant of Queen Nandi. I have a feeling that this is a cult, and these two are servicing this one, the cult leader. But that's for another day. I'm just going to play the videos so you can see the kingdom of Kubala. And this is the kind of embarrassment that by knowing who you are, you're saving yourself from automatically. You're saving yourself from this kind of embarrassment, because then you have to create something that doesn't exist. Although there's some truth out there about the indigenous people of Scotland, you can find out who the actual indigenous people of Scotland are if you have the decency of learning the truth. But when you are driven by self-interest and the need to be right all the time, you embarrass yourself like this. It's the exact same thing we see here in South Africa. Everyone wants to be indigenous. Everyone wants to claim primal rights over other people. Everybody somehow is the indigenous of... So there is no Kubala kingdom. Firstly, this gentleman is not a king. This is not Queen Nandi. She never had a child called Chaka. And this one, she needs some freedom. I'm going to play and you guys are going to hear. Apparently, he's also a prophet. Not only is he a king, he's also a prophet now. And this is what I've been saying. If you want to know who you are, go and learn who you are. Don't try and find it online. It's the exact same thing now with West Africans saying that Southern Africans are Asians. Apparently, we came from Mesopotamia and we unalived all the true Bantus who are actually Nigerians, who are Igbo. And then apparently the story changes from time to time. Apparently now the true indigenous people of South Africa are actually the females. The males are not the true indigenous people. So apparently the Xhosa females, the Zulu females are the true indigenous people together with Nigerian men. Hi guys, no. It's unfortunate I wasn't feeling well for the past few weeks, past few days. I couldn't really go live. But yeah, apparently South African women are indigenous people, and we came and we unalived the men. We took over from the men, and so we, the South African men, are supposed to go back to Asia where we come from, and then the Agbagbo, they call themselves Agbagbo, which they say we stole and said it's Abambo. It's not Abambo actually, it's Agbagbo. It means the hustlers. Yeah. Guys, if you don't know who you are, this is what happens. Let me play this nonsense. Kingdom of Kubala, who are claiming that Scotland is their land. You can see this is a West African man, probably from Nigeria. I think this one, some people are saying she's actually Zimbabwean. She's Shona, which is embarrassing. Let's listen to what the Kingdom of Kubala have to say. Let's hear what they have to say. I'm not hearing the audio. I think... let's see. Oh, I see. There's no audio. It's my settings. Let me change this up. And then let's listen to what they have to say to us. The prophet has a message, guys. They are using is it Xhosa now. Hi, bo. It's worse than I thought, Mos. Hi, wait, guys, wait. Let me play it. Did you guys catch that? Kubala, Ilizwe. Kubala, this is definitely out of... It's from a comic book. It's Black Panther in real life. They are thinking this is Wakanda. Let me play it. Ilizwe is here. Hey, one. The volume is low. Let's play another one. It's interesting, eh? It has taken another turn. I am not taking it. There's the king of Kubala. Great Britain. Charles is not the king of Great Britain.
White people are not native of Great Britain.
Eh.
Yeah, just until 1600. Yeah, Elizabeth I.
Eh.
Stop.
In a move that has shocked Scotland, a group of black settlers...
No, I want their channel. Let me go to their channel because that's where you get the proper videos. Let's start with the first one here. So you hear them, they're busy enchanting the Kubala, Ilizwe, sounding like Black Panther. This is the kind of embarrassment that black people are putting themselves throughout the world because they don't know who they are. They do not know who they are. When you ask them what's your clan name, they think it's demonic. They think it's demonic to know your clan names, to know the names of your forefathers. And this is what they end up doing. This is what they end up doing. Kubala. Sounding like Black Panther characters.
This is the prophetess of Atihen.
This is the prophetess. Hey guys, let's listen to what the prophetess has to say.
The prophetess of Atihen, the queen of the northern kingdom, Mary Tama. I am the mother of Chaka, whom you can see here. My children were kidnapped by Durham County Council 1.5 years ago. Today I'm standing here at the Culloden battlefield in the Scottish Highlands, where the Jacobites were massacred by the Edomites 400 years ago. This is a very, very historical place, and we are here to do our rituals. And we have returned to the place we used to own.
She's trying to mimic a Scots accent, by the way.
Connected to what has happened today, my children going into captivity. My children are going to return back to their borders. There is a saying in Shona which says...
Hey, she's a Shona woman. Hi guys, Shona people. Yeah, you have to stop this person. So she's the one who's teaching these people to speak Nguni there. Yes. She's busy quoting Shona sayings there. But she claims she's the indigenous person of Scotland. She's the mother of Chaka. Yeban. Hey, this is deeper. It's more closer to home.
If you think that what happened here in Scotland, in the Highlands, 400 years ago, is just going to disappear into thin air, you didn't know what's coming. If you think I'm just a nobody whom you took your children from, you don't know what's coming. There is a reason why you have to put a signpost that this is the battlefield.
She doesn't even know what she's talking about. Let's look at another one. I like the ones that look like movies. You know those movies of Samson? Hey. Yuban. So who's this now? Samson? Yeah, these people are doing too much, man. There's another one I saw. Look. Kubala Ilizwe. Exactly, Discovery. It's giving Khoisan activists. Same mindset. Yes. This lady is from Zimbabwe, most. Guys, I want to show you guys another one. They were prophesying at night. He says,
it is Asnat of Atihene, the handmaiden of...
So this one is the 7th, by the way. This one is the 7th. You know, I feel like there might be a dark turn to this whole thing. I feel like there might be a dark turn to this whole thing. This man has a 7th woman in 2025. How far does this servitude of hers go? Now, that's another question. How far does this servitude go? She's a handmaiden, which means there are certain duties. There are certain duties she must do. You guys think these people are trying to conquer Scotland? They're not trying to conquer Scotland. They will never conquer Scotland. They just don't have the arsenal. They don't have the artillery. You need bombs to conquer a country. You literally need weapons. Where are their weapons? You understand? What's going to happen? They're going to go to jail, which I think will be better for them because they're currently homeless. They're currently homeless. They're going straight to jail, and I think they'd prefer that. They live in the bush. They're trying to cross the border. They're not going to conquer Scotland. It's not going to happen. You don't conquer by shouting, Elizwe, Elizwe. You conquer by having weapons. You go there, you take by force like it was done to us. Why are we so slow? Why are our people so slow? You think you can conquer a place by shouting rhetoric? Elizwe, Kubala, Kubala, Elizwe. You're not going to get anything. The police are going to come and they're going to take you out. And you're going to be screaming, Black Lives Matter, police brutality, because you didn't think in the first place. I need black people to start thinking, apply mental faculties, use your mental capacity. You don't go to the bush. We have no security. We have no weapons. We have no budget. Clearly, they don't. And then you go and provoke as a nation. You know that right wingers can just go there at night and take them out, and that's it. They'll be forgotten. They'll be forgotten. So she's Asnat. That's her name, Asnat, which they also take from the Bible, by the way. Her name is Asnat. The woman is Queen Nandi, the mother of Chaka. Oh, Inisha Mushak. Oh, Inushaka, my dad.
Oh, Mokoro. Yes, my king.
Brother Shumail Wilang, come through. Look, this is where they stay, by the way. There's another one I'm looking for. Yeah, I want this one.
What's going on here?
Hey, Baba, this is a prophet, the king of Kubala.
Someone inboxed me as here on TikTok saying the world is going to be shocked. It's all coming out. Amazulu are from somewhere in America or something. But Prophet kwenzakalani ngomuntu omnyama?
Amazulu are from Scotland now. They're from America now.
Yeah.
What do you see, my lord?
Bethu shaka uphume eMelika.
Let's listen to what the prophecy. There's a prophecy coming, and then we'll discuss it. Let's hear what the prophecy is. The king is saying something.
Spirit of Yahweh, took me through the land of
Oh wow, I'm muted.
which is America. There was darkness upon the land.
There was darkness on the land of Egypt, which is America. So he says he sees darkness in the land of Egypt, and Egypt is actually America.
This place is so beautiful. This is my spot.
This is the Shona lady, Queen Nandi, mother of Chad.
Yahweh gave me this spot to bath. I come here every single day. I sit on this rock, this waterfall. This is my waterfall that my God has given me. I bring my lemon and my prekese, and my stone is here. The stone that I scrub my feet here. I do a proper scrub.
That's a bathtub.
And I
It's a nice
use lemon.
bathtub.
You know I love my lemons. Today is a very something has happened.
But the
today.
accent kills me, man. It's the accent for me.
This is my walk. This is how I
Yeah,
bath.
it cracks out. Hey, that
That's
rigid
Yeah.
Zimbabwean accent.
Yeah, no, that's a
comes out.
proper Shona accent right there.
And I scrub my skin here.
Yeah, they're roaming the streets of Scotland. He showed a video where the king was walking around shouting, "This is his land."
July 2025.
Crazy, man.
And it's in the afternoon. As you can see, late afternoon. I have come for my bath here.
Evening, everyone.
Water is freezing cold.
Hello,
You know
guys.
Scotland is cold. So this water is freezing. That's where I bath, in freezing water.
Yeah. Let me just pause it right there. You see, guys, this is what I always say. Like when you do not know who you are,
Hey,
these are humans, these are real black people in Europe, né? Claiming that 400 years ago, the country of Scotland was their country 400 years ago. That's what they're claiming. Now, you would know that 400 years ago, we have endless written accounts of life in a lot of places in the world, including Europe. And I know, as someone who has studied these things, there are many black-skinned noble families of Europe. There are many, but none of them are the people of Kubala. There are many people, melanated people from Europe, a lot of whom were noble families. I mean, there are many surnames in Europe, like Morrison, you see, Douglas, yes, Douglas,
we all know.
MacDonald. A lot of those surnames tell you exactly that these were originally
Macs.
dark-skinned people, black peoples, you see. But
Yeah,
those
the
people
Macs
were
and-
not
the
Shona.
Macs and- as well.
Yes. But they were not Shona. That's the first thing we need to understand. And they were not Zulu. So there's nothing to do with who Unandi. Just because people are black guys doesn't mean now we must claim every single civilization in the world that it's ours. It's embarrassing, to say the least. It's absolutely embarrassing. You know, Zimbabwe has such great history. There's such great history in Zimbabwe, great history of spirituality, great history of science that you can uncover. But this Shona lady chooses to go to Scotland to claim that she's the queen of Kubala, Queen Nandi, mother of Taka. But also, she's a Jacobite.
Israelite doctrine.
Morena,
Which is crazy.
have you heard, even in America, they say now they are claiming to be Native Americans and that Egypt is in America. They also say that.
Yeah, and there's in the Canyon, the Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon, yes.
True. Yeah. What's going on, Bafit?
No, guys.
No, man.
So that's what's happening. What's happening is people do not know who they are. They do not know who they are. And we've tried, man. We've tried to get people to understand that knowledge of self is not something that's impossible to achieve. It's not something that's impossible to achieve. There is knowledge. It's been recorded by our ancestors. It's there. I remember some weeks back, people were asking me about First Nations. I told them what the most oldest aspects of our culture says. All our cultures tell you who those who were there first are. We know who those who were there first are. And it's not as people think, but it's not convenient to push that kind of school of thought. You know, people want
You see, he had to get out.
political narratives, you know. So it's just sad to me that people lack knowledge of self so much so that it's an embarrassment now, like an absolute and utter embarrassment. And you're making everyone else uncomfortable. You're making everyone else uncomfortable now. It's almost as if other cultures did not exist. Have you been to India? Have you been to Pakistan? Have you seen how those people's villages are? They look exactly like the villages we build here in Southern Africa. Have you seen in Gujarat, India, in the deserts of Pakistan? You can't then claim that those were built by our ancestors. No, it's just old cultures. They had some kind of shared knowledge repository. You go to Southern America, it's the exact same thing, you know, the Mayans, the Aztecs, and even those who were there before those ones. You understand? Those were there before those ones, the Olmecs. Those cultures have a lot of resemblance to ours. But I'm sorry, you're not gonna go and claim that the culture of the Mayan people is actually Southern African culture and South America is actually Zululand, but because they changed the map upside down. Yo, Yabona, once you start like that, you are losing it now. You can't claim, because it is disrespectful. It's exactly what's happening to us with the West Africans now, claiming that no, we are actually not South Africans, Tina. We are actually Asians who came and took over. It's because they're not proud of who they are. How do you become
You know,
proud
every
of
time
who
they
you
come
are?
up with this,
Yeah, I don't hear the brother.
yo,
But how do you become proud of who you are if you do not know who you are? You need to know who you are first. You need to know who you are
yeah,
first so
and
that
you
you can
can't find it in the Bible. You can,
It's crazy,
you know,
man.
every time they say this, the map is upside down. I say, what's your reference point? Like, if you're gonna say
Yes.
this is the wrong way round, but what's your reference point? The other day, someone was like, my reference point is Babu Mut, and I'm like, no, I mean like a geographic. Are you using the ground? Are you using geography? Are you using the stars? But what's your reference point? And there's nothing beyond Babu Muta Ut.
Ish.
When did
You see
we become
why?
those people?
You see how you become part of a cult now, because you are
Exactly.
unable to actually think for self. I think most people don't even study these things, actually. Most people don't even begin to study. They just, whatever they hear on the internet is truth, and they'll just, disseminate it. They'll just propagate it as truth. They don't even know what cardinal directions are. They don't know what north
Thank you.
means. People don't know what the
Thank
north
you.
is. They think north means up and south means down. It's not the same. These are relative positions. They think east means, something that it doesn't actually mean. So I think people actually need to go back to the drawing board altogether and question the things they hold close as beliefs. Question the things they hold close as beliefs. And also, I was talking this one time about recording of history, time, the space-time continuum. And these things are so, if you think about it, they are not even that difficult. They're not even that difficult. Space is literally space. The directions of going front, forward and
It's not, eh?
backwards,
A lot of it, it's
left
we
and right,
cover.
up and down. Yes. Thank you, Blue Moon. Thank you, everyone. So it just, for me, it just feels like you can take knowledge from people who are sharing knowledge, but you actually have to kind of have some level of will. You must have agency, not urgency. Agency, like self-will, drive to actually go and learn yourself. Because what I see now, like, it's going even further down. People don't want to learn. They just take whatever they get and they repeat it over and over and over again. And it's the same thing with this so-called fake history. Just because there was a video that you watched 3 years ago that praises, who's that guy from Mali now? That Muslim guy. He was not really Muslim, by the way. He just used it as a political tool. Mansa Musa. You saw a video that was praising Mansa Musa
Which guys?
3 years
Yes,
ago.
yes.
And then Mansa Musa is this holy thing. But if you actually study the true history of Mansa Musa, you realize this was not even all that. He was not even supposed to be a ruler. There was a ruler before Mansa Musa who was the actual genuine ruler of the place. He just took an expedition to the Atlantic Ocean and never came back. Mansa Musa was not even all that. He did a lot of unaliving as well. He unalived people and possibly his own blood. Possibly his own blood. So, and slave trade, of course. That one. People don't even want to hear about slave trade, even here in Southern Africa. They don't want to hear about it. When we say,
Don't you
no, the Swati royal family did slave trade, people
don't
get
you
angry.
don't you think, Futi, it's like you said, knowledge yourself. So everyone is looking for, I don't know, some beautiful kingdom they can, I don't know. Like you said, Mansa Musa, all of a sudden, yeah, we had kingdoms at Africa. We had the richest man in the world, Mansa Musa. But again, like you said, when you study him, when you actually know about him, that's when you say, man, okay,
Yes.
fine. But that's why some people, even here in South Africa, we go around saying Egypt, Egypt, Egypt. Yes, Egypt is a nice civilization, but we still have a whole lot of things right here in the southern part of Africa.
Yes. And you know what? You know what? If you really study like deeply, you get beyond the scope of mainstream school of thought, even about so-called Egypt. When you get out of that bubble of, oh no, from 2000 BC to this PC, there was a pharaoh, you get out of all those narratives. You start to look at the real history now, the real indigenous aspect of the history. You see more similarity across a more vast area. So it's not just about Egypt because there were pharaohs. You see the similarity with Sudan. You see the similarity with Kenya. You see the similarity with Congo. And it makes sense because these are people who are sharing a vast piece of land. They have their own independent contexts, independent permutational societies. But these are all different, but they share a fundamental culture. And this is where the point we have to get to. It's not a political thing. It's a historical fact that these are independent cultures that have grown from a single stem. But you don't even have to go far. You start here in the Western Cape, in the Eastern Cape, in the Northern Cape, in Gauteng, in the Northwest, in Mpumalanga, in KZN, in Limpopo. I promise you, the amount of history in these provinces, you can't believe. It goes back to the hundreds BCs, 100,000 BCs. I was talking to someone maybe 2 weeks ago about 15,000 years ago. How was South Africa? We must hear more people talking like that. 15,000 years ago, what was happening? Boom, it was the Ice Age. Oh, it was the Ice Age. Yes. What was happening in South Africa? Oh, the ocean was actually way further. The ocean was way further. We had a much bigger piece of land. Oh, is there any archaeological evidence to support this? Yes, actually. A lot of artifacts have been uncovered on the ocean floor, going further like 3,000 kilometers into the ocean, showing clearly an existence of cultures that used bows and spears. You understand? Things like these are what people must uncover about our land. If you don't do that, you will be manipulated online. You will feel like you don't belong in South Africa because you do not know what it means to be South African. You think it means 1652 to 2025. And the children of Dutch and the people who are funded by AfriForum are going to come for you. And they're going to use everything at their disposal to make you ashamed of being a South African indigenous person. But to be a South African indigenous person, you must learn what it means, actually. How was South Africa 600 years ago? Where were you 800 AD? Where were you 200 AD? But you are afraid to go that far because then you have to strip away your Sutu-ness. You have to strip away your Zulu identity because it did not exist 800 AD. Your Xhosa identity did not exist in 800 AD. Now you are left with what? You are left with in a place of not knowing, in oblivion. And that is what it means to know. You need to not know first. And then you go and find out, what were we doing? Oh, damn, we were smelting iron. Oh, damn, we were riding cattle. Oh, damn, we actually used to hunt elephants. Oh, really? What did we call these things? How were the expeditions? What did we call the hearth? The hearth where we smelt the iron. Oh, it's Dlangalala. Really? How did we blow the air into it? Now you start to uncover absolutely, completely different way of life than you even knew. And this is what our people need to think about. Shumail.
I'd like to share a page from my personal experience. When I
Yes,
saw Hebrew, I was like, aha. during my time with Farmers of Thought, I don't know if you guys recognize that name. There was
Yeah,
there was a
Maponga.
group in there from Damona. Yes, there were guys in there
Oh, I
from
know them.
Damona.
African Hebrew Israelites.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I can't remember how the conversation got there. And this guy told basically, we were wondering how do you live in Israel, the place that has been given to them.
Yes.
One of the things that came out is they have to be trained as reserve forces for
By the
state.
by the Israeli military.
Yes. Which potentially means when they come back here in South Africa and in the continent and they proselytize us, and they are very strategic in Doyabo, because they what's the word? But by Agumakosi
Yes.
and Amakosi to are falling for this garbage. They are giving them land. They are welcoming them as the returning the lost,
Diaspora.
which means
Yeah, but these
we
are agents of the
potentially
Israeli
have
army.
Mossad agents running around La Mzansi.
Damn. That's crazy.
That is how scary this this thing is. We don't know. They could be collecting information. They could be getting these deals for land. One day we're gonna wake up and we're gonna find these people who've been teaching us how to grow food, giving Abantu Betu new names. I remember that lady. She had to take a new name when she joined them. She was given a new name.
Yeah. Kabaraya.
She joined the yes. She
Those are
joined the
usually their
movement
names.
Eshade. Yes, she joined the movement Eshade Isintu. They didn't recognize the marriage. They said, if you don't have a marriage certificate, we're not recognizing your marriage. Furthermore, bebemshela. Yeah, because they don't recognize the traditional marriage of the land that they're operating in.
Hey. Ivan. That's crazy, man.
So it was the kings, abantu besifazane, like prominent women, abantu besifazane in positions. So they would come in, babashaya with this Hebrew Israelite thing, queen, kanjani. Before you know it, there's a trip that we'll plan for. Uhambe uyobona in Demona.
Yes.
Got, that is where it's dangerous, if we actually think about it.
No, you see, my brother, I know about this community. Ne? In fact, I was heavily involved in the movement. Deeply. Perhaps I can teach someday, maybe sometime next year, about this. I even know Paleo Hebrew, not even modern Hebrew. No, the Hebrew before the Hebrew, like Canaanite. I went and learned
Pictograph
Canaanite. I know how to write the Canaanite script, the Aleph and the Beta and the Gamma and the Gamal and the Tau. I know it, yabo. I went and studied that Proto-Hebrew, which is Canaanite. I went and learned a bit of Sumerian because I needed to find out what's happening with this.
You were trying to find yourself, bro. You were trying to, unfortunately, that's where we start. You start out there. Because there's this belief that it all started in a garden up north there somewhere, and then we all spread out.
Yes.
Tried to bring this origin point to Africa. No, the Garden of Eden was in Africa. As if somehow this Hebrew mythology existed prior to all these manuals being put together.
Hey, my brother.
It's deranged, fam, but that is the state. That is the state of our people.
I want to play you guys something, ne? But do you have to say anything, Brother Lee, before I play? I'll play something crazy here.
I have Baba. Yahamba lencwadi.
All right. So one thing that Brother Mshumayeli, Umgomezulu, one thing that you shocked me about, I hadn't realized, ne? Which I see now, I see clearly, is the fact that these people are trained by the Israeli army. That's crazy. I hadn't realized that. I know how they moved from America in the 1960s. They moved from America because
Yeah, the
one of their
movement
elder
led by
leaders.
their brother Ben Ami.
Yes,
Ben Ami,
Benami.
yeah, it
Yes,
was all Ben
Benami.
Ami.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Benami
Funny
actually
enough,
means
the
yeah.
community that roped me into this thing is actually a brother, Michelle Obama. How weird is
Oh,
that?
damn. No, I know
Like,
these guys.
like guys,
That's crazy, man.
there's a long play here, and Asiboni, and it's taking us back to white national Christian fundamentalism, because they are still pushing the thing. Ukuthi, it is the Hebrew God. We don't care what you guys do, ngesintu, nani. We don't care. It's the Hebrew God Pezulu, then it's everything else at the bottom.
Isinto abasifuni.
So technically, that is not your brother. You can't go to war with that person because ideology, philosophy, you're at odds. You can't sit and teach each other anything because ideologically he is superior. He is coming to take you out of the darkness.
Damn. Let's play this.
Ministry.
Nice.
And
What I've done, I'll have
sure.
a demon.
That's a demon. Sure. And so he is in the process of starting labor in a particular area that is fascinating to me because it's something I don't know really. I mean, almost nothing about. I know almost nothing about this subject. Although I have had 2 or 3 confrontations.
Yep.
Is what you think of and the vocab explains. This is your thing.
My favorite thing that you would have about
It's coming with a lot of caution. Okay.
I'm just gonna look for the
Go to
specific
YouTube
point.
and type in Black Hebrew Israelites. I gotta.
the Israelite world knows that GMS is sick. But see, what I've noticed is they kind of all say that about each other. But I think most of us could agree GMS is sick. Once you watch a clip, you'll see.
So it stands for Great Millstone.
Great Millstone, yes.
And if you see any of the clips of these guys in San Francisco, they're the ones that are like the most vile, threatening to kill people, using every racial slur known to the to man. So
And
like
that's the group I talk to.
Yeah,
So the group
okay.
with my audio and the group that I've seen most active in Metro Phoenix are GMS.
Where can they get that audio real fast though?
Yeah, if you go to urbantheologianradio.com or if you type in Christian pastor versus Black Hebrew Israelites or Christian apologist versus Black Hebrew Israelites, there's a couple of different channels will pop up. You'll see
Okay,
it.
good. And does Brother Polite live up to his name? Is he polite?
In this segment,
Brother Polite.
You know, Brother Polite,
Yep.
he was arrested for SA, ne?
Money laundering
For
or
graping.
something. Oh
Yeah, I
yes,
think
yes.
he was also involved in graping or SA.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I'm worried about with this kingdom of Kubala. Because already there's an undertone of hierarchy. The man, and he's got a female servant.
Yo.
Female servant, yeah, that lady, the other lady. Agiri, there's Queen Nandi, the Shona lady. And then there's another one who is the female servant. How far does her servitude go? That's the question I asked. And you've got females who are like, oh no, I understand. It makes sense. No, it doesn't. Because when you go there, you're going to be a servant. And when that man wants something, he wants it and you have to give it to him. People must stop romanticizing cults. But let's play this nonsense and see. Let's play this and see.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Before this keeps going, we have to ask you a question. How many of your fathers here? Just be for real. If you're a father. Now, what if someone is overwhelmed by the spirit of
That's Brother Polite, the PDF.
Most High God, and he reads your scripture and he take your daughter and he just rape your daughter? What do you say to that? If he live like you live, walk like you walk, talk like you talk, because y'all live amongst each other. Yeah, y'all live amongst each other. So what happens when one of y'all feels so overwhelmed by the spirit of God that when you see one of each other's daughters, you just grab her up? You gonna tell one of these brothers here, come on, you know the doctrine, you know how we get when you get. Well, answer it. We just told you that how would y'all respond? In this time, that was but if it did happen.
Like the sheer amount of chaos is a very good sign that whatever these people are saying is garbage. The level of chaos alone from their conversation should give you a very good idea of, because if this something so tiny, a basic discussion between man, There's no decorum. Decorum is not there. Order is not there. How can these people run a community if they cannot even converse in a civilized, mature manner? Like, they can't even converse, but let's continue.
But if it did happen, you would allow it to happen. Why? Because you go back to the scriptures. You're supposed to be.
Listen to what he's saying. Brother Polite, the PDF and graper of women and children, he's asking them, what if the spirit makes you want to SA your friend's daughter when you see her? What if the spirit overwhelms you? For the fact that the spirits that are overwhelming them already, that's another red flag. The spirit overwhelms you and it makes you to SA your friend's daughter. This old man right here says you are going to allow it because we have to go back to the scripture. Listen to this.
But if it did happen, you would allow it to happen. Why? Because you go back to the scriptures. You're supposed to be a brother. Hold on. You're going to allow one of your brothers to rape your daughter.
You say rape as if rape simply means to grab.
No. He's talking about rape.
Yeah, man. So he's saying grape as if it's some bad thing. He doesn't see anything wrong with graping. And these are the spiritual leaders of these movements. These are the people who are leading these movements that are meant to somehow liberate you, black people. You going around joining these cults. Oh, I understand King Kubala. Someone was saying right now in the comments, someone was saying they understand King Kubala. It is embarrassing. How do you understand that nonsensical thing that he's doing in Scotland? This man is like, no, don't say grape. Don't say grape as if it's nothing bad. They don't see anything wrong with graping a child. It's not even, and grape is wrong, nje. But it's even worse because this is a child. Not just a child of your friend. He's like, no, this is your brother. So if your brother wants to SA your child, you need to allow it because it's your brother. Do you guys understand the level of corrosion, the level of rot and corruption that just smells from a distance? It permeates through this mobile cell phone that I'm carrying right now. Haibo, let's see. Let's see how far it goes.
Lazy guys. These are great
Exactly.
These are
Exactly. They're so old. They're so old. Let's play this nonsense.
No, where someone was. When the kingdom is established, we're going to get women when they 12 years old. Right. All right?
Listen to that. When the kingdom is established, we're going to get women when they are 12 years old. The language, guys, you need to be careful. You need to understand the language he's using. He said women, and he said 12 years old. From the same mouth, in the same sentence. When the kingdom is established, because there's a kingdom that's coming where they're going to grape any woman they want. This is what they are teaching ladies in these movements. When it is established, we're going to get women. So they're going to be given by whoever is in charge. We're going to get women when they're 12 years old.
Is it not weird though that some of our organizations here in SA that are South African black indigenous churches that are Bible based, they are also speaking this lingo. They are marrying children, the young guys.
It's the same thing as those, you know, when the Crusaders, when the knights and the Crusaders were being used by the Roman Church to take over lands. Remember how they were promised that if they unalive maybe 1,000 people, their sins will be forgiven because they are fighting for the kingdom, for the Roman Empire, for the Holy Roman Empire. And also the Muslim would be promised that if they engage in a jihad, a holy war, they'll be given some number of virgins. It's the same nonsense.
This sounds like another version of Sharia law. It sounds like that.
Exactly. It's all the same thing actually, because it's all designed by the same group of people. Islam, whatever these guys are preaching, and Christianity, all of them are designed from the same group. I promise you, they are all designed by the same group of people. All of them. I have no. But let's play in here, in that kingdom where they will get 12-year-old women,
play,
because that's what he says. How do you see a woman
followed up on this? Before you play, I once came across this
Yeah.
thing. They listed organizations that were the brainchild of Edgar Hoover. I don't know if that name rings any bells. Edgar Hoover,
Mhm.
J. Edgar Hoover.
Yes,
And
yes.
Hebrew Israelites was actually listed as one of those organizations.
A lot of them really are actually, I'm gonna say it. It's Jewish operatives who are funding these things. Actually, yes, it's Jewish operatives who have infiltrated America, who have infiltrated South Africa. I mean, they infiltrate any society, any economy. They infiltrate it. Right now, they've already infiltrated China as well. Huge numbers of them. I just forgot the name of the website. They have a website where they share all these things. They infiltrated China like so bad. They started from back in the days in the Holy Roman Empire to the Russian Soviet Union. 85% of the government
wow.
was Jewish. Yes. 85% of the government was Jewish. Honest Jewish people tell you, okay. I mean, but Karl Marx is a Jew.
Yeah.
All
Someone
these
says here in
these
the
things.
comments that, sorry to
Yes.
cut you, that Edgar Hoover, they're now saying that Edgar Hoover was black. How?
Even King James, apparently, he's black.
Yes, yeah.
King James, the guy who wrote the book about demonology, and the guy who
Yes.
also translated the Bible, apparently, he's also black. Anyway, let me continue playing.
When the kingdom is established, we're gonna get women when they 12 years old. Right. All right. Say it again. As soon as they start in the kingdom of heaven, when their period starts, that's when they become a woman. Okay. All right. So we're gonna deal with them when their period starts. Right. When their monthly starts. Question. Have sex with them. Have babies, man. 12-year-olds. Brother, there's in the kingdom we're gonna do that, man. We're gonna get them young.
You guys, no.
Can't wait.
This
You
is
can
another
see.
level
You
of
can't wait.
madness. This is another level of madness. He says, in the kingdom, we are going to get them young. It's how he knows that they are young to me, but still proceeds to say and spew this garbage. He says, in the kingdom, as soon as they start their periods, we are going to get them, and we are going to get them young. That's how it's going to be in the kingdom. So he acknowledges that these are children.
Ivake le kingdom yabo abakhuluma ngayo. My walking away from this philosophy yabo, I wanted to know what is the end game.
Yes.
How are we reclaiming power? Like you were saying earlier, to take
Yes.
anything you need force. Like you can't just rock up somewhere and say, hey, we are taking this, and start shouting at people at mosques and temples saying this is our land. These guys were like, no, we don't have to fight. One day, all our enemies, as in the Caucasians, they will just vanish off the face of the earth. And I was like, how? He was like, no, the sun will get so hot that the earth will be unbearable for them, and then they will just see to take back power. Huh? So the sun will just burn them. What about vegetation? What about and this rhetoric? It's growing momentum among abantu bethu. That no, we don't have to fight. We must just sit back. The earth is going to burn them. Like, so.
Let me pose a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm the king, and there's subjects here, and my family is the king, the royal family, we are eating nice, we literally dwell in the fatness of the land. We eat the best food, organic food. We eat the best fruits. We drink the best water. We breathe the best air. Who does it benefit when there's a narrative that, no, you guys, the poor ones, the oppressed ones, you actually don't have to fight. Someday, these people are just going to disappear.
Yeah, they'll just
Who does it benefit? Does it benefit me, the one who's enjoying all the benefits, or does it benefit the poor person that you're telling not to fight? It obviously benefits me, the one who's benefiting. So where does such a narrative, where is it most likely originating? Who would have most likely designed such a narrative? The person that it benefits, or the person that it does not benefit? Now, it's just a very easy way of questioning so that you can see who stands to benefit the most from such narratives. Yeah,
Who
now
benefits, man?
exactly who benefits from telling people that they don't have to. It's the same thing I'm saying about King Kubala. You guys can go and shout. You can go to Scotland. You can go to England. You can go to Germany. In fact, you can even use real history, using the black statues that are there, using the more heads that are there in the family coast, the family
The coats of
coat of
arms,
arms of royal family, of noble families. There's a lot of heads of black people there. You can even use that thing, but Oksala, you can shout all you want. Nothing's gonna happen until there's real action. And when there's real action, I promise you, there won't be people shouting outside. Let's continue. Thank you, Observer, for the gifts. Thank you, everyone. Please keep them coming. Yeah. Let's also support, guys, this kind of work. You see, because we have to support this kind of work, because trust me, the work that we are trying to disintegrate is being supported by very, very influential people. I will mention one, George Soros. But they're already
There's
warning me. They're already
big
warning
money
me,
behind
guys.
these machines.
I just got a warning.
Oh wow.
I just got a warning. My behavior is not in line with their policies. Screw that, TikTok. We're gonna continue. Let me play this bloody video right now.
Practice it now. And so he's going to talk about how great polygamy is.
Go ahead. 2 women are dead after a high-speed.
Yes, someone reported the live. Some bloody agent of Mossad reported the live. Some CIA agent reported the bloody live. Listen here, devil. We're gonna continue. Let me continue. Yay! You've just instigated me right now. I'm not gonna stop. If need be, we're gonna take it to Google Meet. We're gonna take it to Microsoft Teams. We ain't stopping for no bloody reason. Let's continue.
How great polygamy is.
Go ahead. 2 women are dead after a high-speed chase that started inside the state of Georgia and crossed into Alabama. What you black women so mad about when you did not protest against same-sex marriage? Right. That's right. You didn't protest against same-sex marriage. Why are you mad now because a man want to have more than one woman? Right. And let me tell you something.
Why are they always shouting?
He's shouting at black women because they are mad. He says they were not mad against homosexual marriages. Why are they mad when men want more than one woman? Let me play it again. And this is actually a leader. I think they call him General Yahana. They call him General Yahana. He's part of the ISUPK. And guys, tell you what, ne? These organizations are in South Africa. This is not an American thing. They're here. I know ISUPK has a branch here in Cape Town. There's already some colored people who are members. I repeat, these organizations are here in South Africa. They're in Cape Town. They're in the Eastern Cape. They're in Mpumalanga. Some of them own lands. I promise you.
Yeah.
I've already seen on TikTok a colored member of ISUPK. The man who's speaking here is called General Yahana. He's from the ISUPK. They are some of the most vile people ever. And they're already here. And trust me, they'll wreak havoc because they're strategic and they've got funding and backing.
Yeah.
You can already see the live was reported. We don't know who reported the live, but somebody did. So it's not an American thing. It's here. It's here. Listen how they talk about children, 12-year-olds. That old man says, in the kingdom, we're going to get them young. We're going to make babies with them. How could you say that about a 12-year-old baby? That's a baby. Why do you want to make babies with a baby? How vile must you be? How backwards?
It's weird, man. It's so weird because even who's this other one in America who built like small pyramids? What's his name? He was also arrested for rape. What's his name? The one who drew Black Anunnaki.
Yeah.
What's that movement? There's something. The Nuapians, yes, the Nuapians or the Nuapians. He was also arrested for rape. Hey?
Yeah, so I've just appealed, guys. Ne? I've just appealed because I got another warning.
Yes, Observer. Thank you, York. Thank you, Observer. I can go. What are we gonna do now?
No, it's fine. I'll continue, but I'll I'll find a way to work around it. Let's continue and see what General Yahana is saying here.
Go ahead. 2 women are dead after a high-speed chase that started inside the state of Georgia.
2 women are unalive after a high-speed chase, ne?
And crossed into Alabama.
Started in Georgia and crossed into Alabama.
What you black women so mad about?
Why are you so mad, black women? That's what he's saying.
When you did not protest against same-sex marriage.
So he's basically telling black women to not protest against this news because they did not protest against same-sex marriages.
Right? That's right. You didn't protest against same-sex marriage. Why are you mad now because a man want to have more than one woman? Right. And let me tell you something. It is one of the best ways to rebuild this nation.
So you must marry more than one woman to rebuild the nation. That's one of the best ways. They don't promote education. They don't promote morality. They don't promote cleanliness. They don't promote, because cleanliness is very, 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 one of the best ways to rebuild a nation, because everyone can participate.
Building shelters.
Even young children can participate. But no, they will promote the most vile things, the most impractical things. In fact, most of them can't even maintain one woman, let alone more than one. They can't even take care of themselves. Look at his hair. And there's nothing wrong with braids, by the way. Nothing wrong with what he did, but just look at him. Does it look like someone who can take care of a family? Anyway, let's continue.
And it's one of the best ways for a black man to learn how to be a leader.
How can you learn how to be a leader by marrying 2 women? If you're going to marry 2 women, you should already be a leader by then.
Exactly.
Why do you want to learn with other people's children? It's backwards, man. And people are reporting the live because we're exposing this kind of nonsense. And it's already in South Africa. That's the problem now. Let me continue.
Mentioning Cape Town, a space they're gunning
Yeah.
for.
My brother, I was in Khayelitsha. In Khayelitsha, there's a section known as Village 1 South, or Ilita Park. Ne?
Yeah.
It's the nicer side of Khayelitsha. Very nice. Next to the coast as well. Khayelitsha is a coastal area, by the way. Most people don't know. It's actually coastal. It's next to the False Bay. So I was there and I'm driving through. Guess what? I literally saw a group of Hebrew Israelites from America, from a group known as IUIC, Israel United in Christ, led by Bishop Nathaniel. And these are also now, a lot of them are also members of secret societies. Ne? That's another thing that people don't know.
Makes sense.
These people are members of secret societies, and I don't want to say it, ne, but there's a group of people that I mentioned that Kanye West likes to mention. In the early days of these groups, the leaders were from that group that Kanye West likes to mention. It's crazy how they've restricted the life. They've literally cut its visibility.
Wow.
They've literally cut its visibility.
The numbers are going down.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. It's crazy, actually. These people. Appeal not approved. Yeah, we touched the nerve today.
Ne?
We touched the nerve. Let me say it then. The Jewish community were some of the leaders, the early leaders of these groups. I'd rather they just ban me altogether. Magni with see, Kali. I'm not a son of cowards. I'm gonna play this thing and we're gonna continue.
Woman, you got to really learn skillfully how to deal with these women.
You have to learn skillfully how to deal with women by marrying 2 wives. Guys, do you understand how backwards this is? To learn how to lead, you must marry 2 women. This is what he's teaching people. And it's crazy because they are here in Cape Town. They are here in Durban. They are here in Gauteng. You're going to lose your sons and daughters, guys. I'm sorry, but it's going to happen. You're going to lose your sons and daughters. These are dangerous narratives. Observer, Kamaku. You are noticed. You're going to lose your sons and daughters because of this kind of dangerous narratives, guys.
And it is educational and empowering and strengthening to a black man. Now don't go out and do it unlawfully. Don't learn how.
He's saying it's educational, it's empowering, and it is strengthening to a black man to marry more than one wife. Now, look, guys, I'm a cultured man. Nah? I will never impose anything on anyone. In my culture, we have polygamy. In our cultures, we have polygamy. This is not what these people are talking about. This is not what they're talking about. These people are talking about feeling good about yourself by marrying multiple wives. We never did polygamy to feel good. It was never to feel good.
Okay, it's fine. Continue.
Yes, it was never meant to make people feel good. Blue Moon, I'm purposefully running away from it. These groups because, these people they mark you.
Let me answer this one. Let me answer this one. The Prince Hall, that's something else that was started by leaders in the black community back then. Pre-accepted Masons and Freemasons are not necessarily the same thing, because this was started as a splinter because they couldn't be part of the one that was started from 1700. I believe it's London.
There are genuine.
I know that we normally get them twisted. So the Freemasonry, the Prince Hall, they call themselves accepted Freemasons and Illuminati. Those are not the same things.
Yes.
Yeah, they are not the same things. That is why you'll find the likes of Abotatu Mandela and Abo Prince Hall and a lot of the leaders in the spiritual community back then from the black community, the guys who formed the Nation of Islam, Abu Farad Muhammad, they were also a part of the Prince Hall accepted Freemasons.
Yes. No. And also there are many other secret societies, guys, even indigenous ones, like natural secret societies. I always make examples. I can't dwell on it too much, but people who go like for initiation, those people join a secret society. Like there are oaths there. You can't talk about those things. But I like how in the Congo, in some of the Central African countries, they maintain it by using masks. And these masks are a telling symbol of what order you are in. Is it close? So we say ikhabatiso. So ikhabatiso lizinga or isigaba. That's what secret society is about. There's orders, izigaba or amazinga. You see, when you enter, you join this izinga. When you grow, you join this other. It's like in a traditional ceremony, the order in which we sit is based on some of the lessons from some of these schools, the indigenous secret societies. So it's not a foreign thing in and of itself. It's there for women. It's there for men. I mean, even for boys, these things are there to preserve our culture. But now, there are certain ones that are being manipulated and manipulate. You know, they work in the shadows to control those who are unsuspecting. So there's also that. Aspect. But I like how in some of the Central African countries, they've maintained the using of masks to sort of like symbolize the order of society you are in. Even in some West African countries where the real leopard men started, the so-called Black Panther thing, it's actually an African indigenous tradition where people used to wear leopard skins and there would be mercenaries, there would be assassins to go and take out people, take out kings, etc. So there was a secret society that used to wear animal skin and all that. I mean, even Ubungoma, it's a secret society. The true Ubungoma, the true Ubugqirha is a secret society. I'm not talking about the one of social media and the one of Mzansi Magic. I'm talking about the real one, the one of our forefathers. That thing is a secret society, and it's one of the most important ways to preserve our integrity as a people. But that's beyond the point. Can I continue?
Go for it.
Yes.
To be with more than one woman from anywhere but the UPK. Now, if you go and do that and it gets screwed up, don't blame us. I ain't telling everybody to go get more than one woman. I'm saying in the UPK, you can learn how to have more than one woman, and it's a great benefit. That's right. And it's a great benefit. And here's another reason it's a great benefit. Because that witchcraft that's on these black women, turn on basketball. Why?
That's right. I like when they say that, bring it out. They like to say that. That's right. That's right. Bring it out. As if this is some gospel truth. Do you have anything to say, Brother Lee and Brother Mshumayel Welang?
I'm still good. I'm still good.
Brother Lee?
Ayisefikile mlungu. Seyifikile ngiyaqala le ndaba.
My brother, it's
And
scary. I saw them in Khayelitsha.
yeah.
You know, Khayelitsha is a township, man. It's not easy to get in for outsiders. They went to Khayelitsha, these guys. They
Yeah.
literally were inside Khayelitsha. That was scary for me. That was scary.
Yeah,
So
bathunyiwe.
yeah, like if they can enter, they don't fear for their lives. It's clear they have some guarantees. They know they're safe, most.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makubonile,
some military training.
did you see ukuthi ubani le leader yabo le yale people group bamkapile lapha eKenya atshela
Bishop Nathaniel.
Yes.
So
I mean,
here
it's
they're gonna be
backup
comfortable because we're docile. We are docile in South Africa. We're a very docile nation.
Yeah.
We are weak. We are unthreatening. We're just loud, but we can't do nothing. We can't do nothing. 2 women were alive, were unalived, and fed to pigs in Limpopo. Unalived and fed to pigs, and that was it. Nothing was done. In Phoenix, our people were unalived during the looting, and nothing was done about it. We are a docile people, and we can think highly of ourselves, but in reality, when it comes to action, we are the most useless people. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. That's the truth. This is why Gaten McKenzie can go out there and call you a kefir, and there's nothing you can do about it. He's still gonna run the portfolio of sports, arts, and culture, and there's nothing you can do. How about that? We are docile because asizazi singobani. We do not know who we are. We are everything except ourselves.
There's a king.
Hey man, our people sacrifice their lives, guys. I'm being tough for a reason, Blue Moon. I'm being tough for a reason.
South African king that they proselytized. He's got a video apologizing for selling them into slavery. Saying we are sorry for what we did to you.
Well, it doesn't cut it.
We are cooked, guys.
Sorry does not cut it. You can't just say sorry.
Imagine.
You've already sacrificed my entire. Yes.
Convinced him that you are the children of Israel, and you guys, especially you kings, you are the ones who are actually selling us. And the guy was he has a video apologizing.
I think I've seen that.
You've seen
I
it?
think I've seen that actually. Yeah. I think I've seen that.
Where is Kuru Hamid? Hamid
Kuru
once,
Hauser.
it's money, bruh. These people are
Yes,
being
of
paid.
course.
They are
Of
seeing
course,
the
of
end goal that there is money here, just like Inkosi Amazulu was saying that we must not fear the New World Order.
Yo.
They must ask themselves as king, how do we benefit from it? How does it
It's
work?
Dulamiti.
Guys,
A whole Dulamiti is telling his people, but don't fear the New World Order. What kind of delusion is that? How can you tell your people to not fear the New World Order? Already, the current world order has crushed us. We don't want another world order now. Tina, we want to go back, Baba, to the real world order, our world order. Why are we being told not to fear other people's world orders? Let me play this thing here.
So you guys know you're going into slavery, right?
You guys know you're going into slavery. This one is funny because I mean the whites themselves, they've done so many terrible things. They've done so many terrible things. They deserve some of these things. In fact, all of them. He's asking the whites, you guys know you're going into slavery, right? I like their confidence. These ones, Because if the white people come out with guns, and they're in Texas, they've got guns, they've got artillery, they're not gonna be able to fight back. That's another thing
These
about
guys
dating.
went and had a fight on a there was a protest in America. I can't remember which state.
Yeah.
The Hebrew Israelites started a fight with the other protesters.
Aibo.
Hey, like
And they're supposed to be holy.
Police had to come and separate them.
These are bloody
These guys,
gangsters,
they
man.
came to a Free Palestine march, and somehow it became about them.
These are bloody gangsters. It's so crazy how gangsters have gotten so much confidence in these days, eh? They are so confident. In South Africa, they are even in parliament. Ma 26. Hey, let me play this.
You know you're going into slavery? Are y'all American citizens? Okay, y'all know about the history of America then, right? Y'all are going into slavery for enslaving so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
You are going to slavery for enslaving so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is how they started then. They started by including themselves together with Native Americans. And then later they changed to say, no, in fact, we are the Native Americans. You guys are $5 Indians. You are Indians from India that were paid for by $5. You are $5 Indians. That's what they said. But here he's including them. This was like maybe 8 years back or 10 years back. It's like you enslaved us, so-called Hispanics and so-called Native Americans. He doesn't include the fact that Native Americans actually owned black slaves as well, which is what confuses some of them to think they are Native Americans. No, they were slaves to Native Americans. It's like those Swart Afrikaners that I did in one of my previous lives. They are not Afrikaners, those people. They are literally black people. They were just slaves to Afrikaners, many of whom were literally raided, captured by Griqua people. They were captured amongst by clapping. They were captured in across villages in what is occupied by Basotho and Xhosa people. They were sent as workers in farms, aka slaves. Today they are Swart Afrikaners. Hey, Swart African. No, you are a bloody slave descendant, and you need to know and face the fact. And there's nothing wrong about being who you are. No, but just know the truth.
All right? That's what the Bible say, all right? So y'all can sit up here and listen. Y'all can take it as a joke, but guess what? All the atrocities that was done to our people.
They are calling UK words now. Your own descendant calling UK words. Look at Gatin, guys. Come on now. Aye, guys, come on. Aye, man. You can see most that one. Even the other one, Brabiza. Who Brabiza? Ashley Souls. You can see that one is a West African slave descendant. There's no doubt about that one.
Did you see
But
the
no,
one where they're saying Gabriel Mackenzie is actually Zimbabwean? His surname is Makoni.
I like it. There's some Muslim auntie who's busy fighting them. That, hey, Gabriel Makoni, go back to Zimbabwe. Hey, man, South Africa is a crazy country. But it's crazy, eh? It's crazy because a lot of these people are descendants of slaves from West Africa.
Yeah.
Which also explains their obsession with West African origin. It explains 1658, the first ship of Angolan slaves arrives in Cape Town. What happened to their children? They're busy saying, I'm a boss man. First Nation. No, you're an Angolan. You're a Ghanaian. You're a Guinean. And there's nothing wrong with that. You are our brother still. But don't lie. Let's continue.
It's going to be done to you times 2, all right? Well, I do that. You would have just kept walking, man. And then when we saw him again, he gave respect and death to all you crackers, man. That's right. That's right. Want to bash your fucking head. Oh, and you're young. And you're young. I want to take hell, I fucking hate you devils, man.
He says, I effing hate you devils. Listen to that. Listen to that. This guys are crazy, man. I am sorry, guys. They're increasing my blood pressure now. Yo, I'm laughing too much. It's like, bring it out. Let's play it again.
Saw him again, he gave respect and death to all you crackers, man. That's right.
Death to all of you crackers, man. In public. And the crazy thing is that the police are not doing anything, which shows you they're in collusion.
Oh,
they're colluding together.
Oh, they are that fringe in society.
True.
Yeah.
I think both are true because The police are also creeped out sometimes, but hey, what are we gonna do with these people? Like, it's crazy, man. They're calling people crackers and death to you, crackers. But let's listen. It goes crazier. It goes even scarier. And it's like they have this obsession with women. Hey, these people, they have an obsession with women, guys. And this is a characteristic of cults. Cults are obsessed with women. They are obsessed with controlling women. They are obsessed with objectifying women. And that is one characteristic that is common, even in the churches of South Africa. Cults like Omotoso's cult, cults like, who's this other one? The one of Floyd. Oh, the Malawian brother. That one. Yeah, yes, Papa. And they also are very obsessed with titles as well. Obsessed with title. Yeah, that Malawian Bushiri guy. Let's play.
Right. Want to bash your fucking head in, man. Right. Oh, they're young. No one take these babies and hell, I fucking hate you devils, man. It works, man. All you white people, you so-called white people, you're the devil, all right? That's right.
You so-called white people, you are the devil, right? That's right.
White people, the most size gonna put you on a damn workout plan, all right? That's right. When you running from the judgment, right? And all you so-called white people, you punk faggots, you going into slavery, all right? We're gonna destroy you, man. Before you get any of that, get Revelation 19:10. And they think it's a joke, man. It's not gonna be a joke. When we got a sword and it's going across your neck, man. You're gonna get tortured too, man. That's right. You're gonna get tortured, right? It's just a damn fact. And by the way, all you so-called white women, you're gonna get brutally raped down here. Right. That's right. All right. And all you so-called white people, you're the devil, all right? That's right. We're gonna destroy you, all right? That's right. Have your last days of enjoying America, because the Most High is about to put your ass in slavery. You're gonna use us to do it. That's right. You little red punks, all right? That's according to the Bible. Yep.
I can imagine the guys from Texas, the right wingers. They are so ready for this. They're just waiting for one moment, for the go ahead. They will obliterate these boys who are unfit and untrained. And that's the thing, guys. Passion is fine. I get what these guys, they probably don't have any purpose in life. They probably feel like they don't have a purpose. They found purpose with this thing. But here's the thing, guys. You need to sit down and think. You cannot just do things without thinking. Some time ago, the EFF came here in the Western Cape, rightfully so, because some black students were not invited to a party of Europeans, which is another problem that I have with my people. They always want to be invited to everything because they're so gullible. When they have something, they invite everyone. Nobody asked to be invited by you. So don't feel bad when they don't invite you, because they never asked to be included by you. You want to include everyone in your thing, that's your problem. They didn't ask to be included by you. You just include them voluntarily because you feel the need to be one with everyone else. Whereas nobody wants to be one with you. They think you stink. They think you stink. They don't want you. They call you a Popo Chan. So my people always want to be included. Then they're busy fighting for inclusion. Oh, include us. Include us. Aye. Your name is Vuyo. Your name is Tabo. You did one Amapiano dance that you practiced for 3 days. So you are Tabo now. That's your problem right there. That's your problem. EFF goes to Brackenfell. They get moored there. Public embarrassment. Do you understand how bad that is for the image of a party that stands for so-called black people? You must have a trained force. All talk and no action is useless because these people have action. I will show you some documentaries. Have you heard of the Saidlanders? Have you heard of the Saidlanders? These people have been training since they were 9 years old. Since they were 8 years old, they take their children to camps. And guess what? They don't invite your children. They take their children to camps and they don't invite your children. You guys, the few black people who run camps, they invite everybody. Oh no, it's a discipline camp. Come, all of you guys, we are one. Let's play.
It's about to be 144,000 Nat Turners risen up, all right? That's right. Just gonna be killing so-called white people, babies included. That's right.
Hi guys. He says they're gonna be unaliving white people, including babies. They don't play. That is their doctrine.
Yep. And any of you so-called black people, you ain't with it, you gonna get your head chopped off with your weave on it, all right?
And if you black people, you're not with the program, even you, your head is gonna fly, Baba, from your neck.
Right. That's
What
right.
did I say earlier? What did I say earlier?
Hey, my
Remember
brother.
what I said earlier? That
Yeah.
these are, if the white national Christian fundamentalist says it is our God who is the God, and then there's everything else. If a black person has that mentality, we are not brothers. That's what he's saying here. That if you're not down with this fundamentalism, we're going to chop your head off.
Yes, yes. And you see, what I'm saying, sometimes we need practicality with these things. Why can't we have such passion for economic activities as well? I would like to see this fundamentalism translated to economics. But no, because that one needs real effort. You can't just stand in the corner and pray your way to your currency being strong. You can't just stand in the corner and pray your way to the quality of your products, your exports being high. You actually need to put effort. You need planning. You need consistency. Why can't we see the same level of passion our people have for dancing, for drinking, for all these activities that are not productive, applied into productive activities? I have no problem with dancing. I love it. I have no problem with singing. I love it. I always play music at the beginning of my lives. I have no problem with our people taking initiative and doing things for themselves. But why can we not see the same fundamentalism they apply to these theoretical things being applied to real economic? Because if they say, my brother, I may have a challenge. If our people say they are following Abrahamic religions, why are they following only one aspect of it? The theoretical aspect. Why are they not following the economical aspect? Because there's economics there.
Where's the science? Where's
the
physics?
science? Because Abrahamic religions
that
were
Aleph bet.
big on science. Yeah, they had
that
architecture.
Aleph bet,
Yes,
pulled it into
alphabet, the
science,
alphabet.
they've pulled it into geometry. Where is it? Why it always ends here? In graping, taking women, taking many, like you guys are.
So the people who claim to be followers of these religions are liars, actually, because they don't teach the economics of these religions. If they don't teach the finance, Abrahamic finance, why don't you teach about finance? There's principles there in those Abrahamic scrolls. There's principles that talk about architecture. The temple, the measurements of the temple are written there. That's architecture. That's construction.
No,
that's engineering.
They say we were given engineering and all those skills of science by demons. Remember?
Yeah.
By the fallen ones. That's what they say.
Yeah. Thank you, observer.
They say the sciences. They'll even give you names with no. Because this demon that taught us how to look at stars and how to do.
Yeah. Do you see? So the only thing that's good is the thing that's not practical. The thing that doesn't require action, that doesn't require effort. All the things that require effort, science, invention, innovation, education, all those things, literature, those ones are from demons. But if you look at how the religions even managed to spread, was because there was money backing them. Like just talking about King Solomon alone, King Solomon didn't just have many wives, he had money, he had gold, he had trading routes, he had trading partners. A lot of the so-called wives were literally, he married them so that he could have trading relations to those empires. Why are they not teaching those things? So for me, yes. So and it's not just Abrahamic religions, all these ancient cultures that people try to claim, whether it's Babylon, whether it's Sumeria, Mesopotamia, Kemet, all these societies had fully functional sectors. They had a functioning economy, they had a functioning construction sector, they had a functioning agriculture, they had a functioning aquaculture, farming, they were functioning in all aspects. But people no, they want to fight about the color of the people who were there only. No, don't be a hypocrite.
That was my tiff with the Nwapians.
Yes.
You want to say this leader Yenu was speaking to these beings that were traveling in spaceships that is thousands of years ahead of us. Thousands of years. You were not abducted by them. They came to you. They introduced themselves to you. And all you have to show for it is images. They didn't show
You
you
see?
how the greater our solar system, things we don't know about the solar system,
Yes.
how to maybe use thermodynamics in a different way. If you're gonna say you
Yes.
are traversing the universe, whether it be you are using portals or you are using warp drives or you are, or you are bending space time, whatever, bruh. Like you can't just
Yes.
experience all that and then all you come back with is images of people
Yes.
with these big eyes. And you copied images from Ethiopian Christian art. Come on.
Bible. Yes. Exactly, my brother. And this is why I always say, for me, our indigenous knowledge surpasses all of these theories that these people are chasing. Because our indigenous knowledge addresses a lot of things that black people do not even know how to imagine. Like most of our people cannot even imagine what a black hole is. They cannot even imagine what a wormhole is. They don't know. They don't know how even they cannot even explain mythology, the basics of mythology, the underworld, resurrection, those principles. Our ancestors literally told us about those principles day in and day out. I was making an example about space and the space-time continuum in the very basic language that we use. Ubude, as in height, is a dimension of space. Yabon, ububanzi, as in width, is breadth is a dimension of space. So you have breadth, you have length, and you have height. All those are 3 dimensions of space. Now, there's a fourth one, which is time. But time in and of itself exists within space. That's why when we talk about time, we have things like a chance to do something. We call it ituba. And then ituba is expressed in the form of isituba, which is a gap between point A and point B, which already addresses the element of what? Of space between 2 points. So space and time are intertwined. That's why you have umkhathi nesikhathi. You have ixesha and ilixa. You have ituba and isituba. So we have to go back to the basics so that our people can understand that these concepts of science are not strange. They are not strange. They're not foreign. We have them packaged in some primordial form. And now, in order to be able to uncover that, you must go back and understand the language and the principles preserved in the language. I always tell people, when you say ixesha, what it truly means, it means the moon. That's literally what the word ixesha means. It means moon in its most literal sense. Now, what is the moon? It's something we used partly as a tracker of time in the 28/29 day cycle of the moon, new moon, and full moon, new moon, etc. So it was some kind of local clock, but it's not just one local clock. Same thing with the beginning of the year. I always said, guys, there are 4 points in the year, and not one is more important than the other. People were like, oh no, September is the beginning. But no, I was told, when I was young, I was told that June is the beginning. But I can also see, yes, I can also see we do traditions of year beginning in September, but we also have them in March. I see some cultures have traditions of year beginning in December, which shows me exactly those traditions of beginning of the year are always in those 4 points, the solstices and the equinoxes. And I understand exactly why. It makes sense. So we have to broaden. Yeah, it makes complete sense. So when you say September is the beginning of the year,
for centuries at different parts of the earth. We can't do anything else different. We cannot, because all these parts, whether you go through 4 seasons, 3 seasons, 2 seasons, wet and dry, but these are things that
exactly.
So they can't be that much different. When it's like when people get shocked that this mythology sounds similar to that one. They are human. What do you think?
Exactly.
We
Exactly.
think along the same patterns. If you are hungry during winter, if you want to write a song or philosophize about it, it will sound similar to someone sitting somewhere else in the world because their struggle is the same. Or if you are
in fact,
happy,
my brother, I can even take it further. Sometime when we have grown as a community, I will talk about the Bible and actually go very deep into the mythological roots of the Bible. like the roots. We'll talk about Baal because there are many different types of Baal. You have Baal Ududu, which means the master of thunder. Ududu is thunder, Ududuma is cause. Baal means master from the word Kubala, which means to marry or to become a master of. In Congo, they have a word for a married person. They call him Mubali, the marrier, the one who's getting married. In Tivenda, it's Kumala. And I've always spoken about the interchangeability, the metathesis of M and B. In Hebrew, it's called Begat Kefat. Begat Kefat. Ukubala is to get married. Now, the one who marries, uyinkosi, nenkosikazi. So inkosi, what is it? A master, a lord. So when you say Baal Ududu is the lord of thunder, what is that? We call it Inkanyamba, we call it Unamba, we have different names. Then there's Baal Tefon, there's Baal Tababa. These are mythologies. Baal Tababa is the one they call Beelzebub. It means the lord of things that fly. Mubali was Babayo, the lord of things that fly. It speaks to flies, it speaks to death. Baal Tefon, it speaks to wind, the lord of the westerly wind. These are mythologies that have been personified, and people now obviously create like some kind of visual representation of these things. Yes, which they call gods now. Oh no, this is the god of what? Ain't no damn god of anything in these mythologies. Unamba, when we talk about Unamba, we're referring to thunder and storms. And then we have Unkanyamba. If you study these things thoroughly, yes, there may be some form of force behind them, but it's not something you're going to see physically, at least not in the early stages of awakening. Perhaps when you get to a point where you are able to manipulate your own mind, you can even see dragons with your own eyes. You can.
And guys,
you can.
Don't get us
like,
wrong.
We are not sorry.
We are not saying the supernatural is not there. That is not what we are
saying.
Yes,
it's there.
We are saying when it comes to written accounts, when it comes to mythology, those descriptions are not necessarily describing the supernatural. Those are deifications of principles. Because a lot of people, when we say there are no gods, they're going to say, oh no, these people are laba, papa nwe, is mad. They think, no, we are not denying the supernatural.
Yes, no. Our ancestors, it's not like they didn't know that there were other forms of beings. The supernatural things exist. Belief exists. Belief works. Belief works. It's not something that doesn't work. That's why there's things like visualization. There's entire industries that exist purely from the power of belief. There's a guy called Dr. Joe Dispenza. He works in guided hypnosis. He works with a strong focus on visualization. He pushes visualization like nobody's business. If you visualize things enough, your subconscious starts to record them as memories. Your mind starts to insert them as reality, and your subconscious mind starts to push some behavioral habits. So whatever you believe in your mind, it goes through your subconscious mind. It's recorded as a memory. It's almost like it has already happened, and you behave in that way. I've done it. I still do it to this day. That's purely from the power of my mind and from the power of there's a science to explain these things. We're not saying things are not supernatural. They are. We have a piece of supernatural even in us, Jay. But what we're saying is that we cannot just because it's Inganyamba, it's a big snake that's in the sky and that's it. No, there's more to that. Let me play the video and continue.
Okay.
To kill little Edomite families, y'all gonna get put to death, man. That's right. You gonna die, you and your little ugly kids, man. That's right.
Guys,
did you hear that?
Guys.
Did you hear that?
Like, this is wild, man.
You're gonna be unalive. You and your little ugly kids. Listen to that. Hey man, these guys are crazy.
You ready to kill little Edomite families? Y'all gonna get put to death, man. That's right. You gonna die, you and your little ugly kids, man. You gonna get bashed against the stones, man.
Hey, brother
And the creepy
Mshmael,
thing
what
is,
do you
this
think?
is exactly what the Bible says. This is exactly what the Bible says. That when you go into war, you will rape great women, you will bash the babies against stones, and it's what their book says. It's what their book says. So
It's crazy, brother.
we are in a very
Crazy.
we are stuck between a rock and a hard place, guys. And the communities that they're accessing, there is just not enough data in those communities for them to be able to validate or get credible sources concerning any of the things that they are saying. You know, we are education asinayo kabuhlungu, and that is what is being now used against us.
Hey, my brother. Let's continue. Actually, let's just continue.
Just walking by here laughing, man, shaking their head. That's why, man, you gonna start getting lynched and burned again, man. Right. It's gonna get castrated. It's gonna be slavery times 100 out here, man. You're trying to shut up, man. Racist. Go ahead. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Right, so he that killeth you're my boy, man. You're my boy.
And guys, remember, ne? These people are here in South Africa now.
Yeah.
That's very important to put out there. They are here and they are getting lands. They are meeting with kings and chiefs and paramounts. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
I'm better.
They're being converted.
Yep.
You can't roll with them because you're a king. You can't. No, you must first convert.
Exactly. Yes.
You're nobody. You're an Edomite. You know how screwed up it is to consider yourself superior to anybody in the world. Hey, get Deuteronomy 7:6. I don't give a shit what the Bible says. See? I knew you was a blasphemer. I knew you were a blasphemer, man. I knew you were a blasphemer. Why couldn't you just be upfront with it, man? Why couldn't you just be upfront with it, man? You goddamn bitch, Esau. That's right. Just be real. Why don't you just be real? Why don't you just be real? I hate you. You hate me. That's right. And I'm gonna rule over your wet ass. When you
and then there's the LGBTQ flag in the background.
It's adding to the flavor. You know, that's the crazy thing, man, you know. And tell you what, ne? Because this is a sensitive topic. These are the groups that actually go out there and talk to people. There are other people in these communities who are decent. That's another thing I'm trying to point out. For example, the people in Damona, they have a very decent approach to things. Very planned, well executed. They have a very decent approach. But the crazy thing is, I did not know that they are serving in the military. It's crazy, man. That means they're in bed.
Not that they are serving, they are reservists, meaning to get your papers, you must be trained as IDF, you get me? Which means you can either get called up or you can be planted, depending on how high you went, Pella, during your training, you get me?
Yes, I get you, my brother. I get you.
I remember in one of the pictures, I'm seeing one of the guys, they are guarding their sites with an automatic rifle, and I was like, this is weird. So when it eventually came out that no, they are trained as things, I was like, oh, okay, then it makes sense.
That's crazy, man.
It makes sense.
I didn't know that, you know, they because I thought the guys in Damona, I thought they were like 100% independent. But it makes sense because
how are you going to be independent? Your
exactly
is still part of that government.
Exactly what I'm saying. Like they have papers, so they would have had to strike a deal with the government.
Yeah, they didn't just come through a hole somewhere there and rocked up. No, they came to the borders. They were stamped in.
Yes, let's continue.
They were converted. They were, you know, if military conscription was a thing back then.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So they are Israelis, those guys. Yes. And this is the same thing that's happening to the Lemba people, by the way.
Yes.
It's the same thing that's happening to the Lemba people, the Malemas. It's the same thing that's happening in Uganda to the Abba Yudaya. It's the same thing that's happening to the Falasha in Ethiopia. It's the same thing that's happening to the Igbos in Nigeria. Many Igbos now have been converted in Israel. Many Lembas from Zimbabwe and South Africa have been converted. Many Abba Yudaya from Uganda. And I'm sure it's going to be more and more. They're going to start converting some Zulu people, some Xhosa
In
people.
South Africa, ne?
Yeah,
The
yes,
church
yes.
Shembe. Remember that there's two parts. I mean,
Yes.
there's the portion that keeps Shembe as God, and then there's the other guys who are saying no, Jesus is. These guys now, was it last year or the year before?
Yeah.
They came into talks with rabbis from Israel, asking them, can you guys help us get in line with the Torah and all the other avenues of being people that we don't know, because we already keep the Sabbath, we already keep a lot of the laws and things like that. So that agreement was reached.
I think I know
What do you think
these
comes
people
after
actually.
such? What do you think comes after such agreements? Money.
Of course. And those people have unlimited money.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got the
Money.
Rothschilds, they've got the Oppenheimers, they've got the Soros, they've got all the billionaires in the world in their pocket. They have in South Africa they have the Herzogs, they've got the
Okay,
Ziles.
someone says here there's actually 4 factions. It's not 1 or 2. So out of those 4, there is one that has asked the spiritual thing, Yase Israel, to say, can you guys basically take us under your wing?
Yeah.
And make us Hebrews?
Yeah.
Because we are already keeping most of the stuff.
No, I think I know the group you're talking about, because there's a young man who goes to that group who I'm supposed to be training in Paleo Hebrew to teach Paleo Hebrew, because I think I know the group. Actually, there were plans to invite me maybe 3 years back, but let's not digress. Let me play this thing. Let me play this thing.
Hey, get out of here, man. Get out of here, scram.
They're chasing him. They are chasing them away.
The imagination's against me here.
Jeff, get the fuck out of here.
You're
not there. Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey, Woody Allen. Hey, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Scram. You're not wanted, man. You're not wanted. You're not wanted here.
Okay.
Get out of here. Well, get the fuck out of here.
Drop dead.
Yeah, you look like you dropping dead. Hey, what? You look like you got AIDS, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Why?
Get out of here, because we hate you.
That's right.
Why do we hate you? Get them slavery signs up, man. The hell you mean, why? This is what you've done to our people, all right? For 500 years. Your people. Your people. Your people. Yeah, you so-called white people. This is what you did. This is what you did and what you're still doing to our people, man. That's why we hate you. Because you're our enemy.
But if you
Right.
don't want to embrace me, then how is that going to change it?
What you mean? We're going to put you to death. That's right.
That's right.
We're going to put you to death.
That's
Put you
right.
in slavery. We're going to
Yep.
put you in slavery, because look what you do when you so-called white people run something, man. All right? All you do is go around kidnapping people. One of the top 3 fantasies of women is to get raped. That's right.
Hey. One of the hey, I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I cannot believe it. One of the top 3 fantasies of women is to get raped. And these people are here in South Africa teaching young men this nonsense. One of the top 3 fantasies of women. They are experts in women, it seems. Where are the women in the comment section? Bloody hell, let me repeat that nonsense. Let me repeat, guys, it's too much.
Because look what you do when you so-called white people run something, man. All right? All you do is go around kidnapping people. One of the top 3 fantasies of women is to get raped. That's right.
And there's others who are like, that's right.
Did you hear it, bruh? It's like, yo.
Do you understand, guys, why they say in the kingdom that's coming, they're going to get these women young? He's like, in the kingdom, we're going to get them young. As soon as they start menstruating, we're gonna make babies with them from the age of 12. From the age of 12.
With such conviction.
He said one of the top 3, they even listed them in numbers. One of the top 3 fantasies of women is to get raped. And there's other men who are next to him. That's right. And I promise you, they are probably ready to make those so-called fantasies come through. That's what they're trying to say, that we are ready to grape them, actually, because they want it.
Yeah.
If this is not a criminal talk, if this is not perverts, if this is not perverts who are talking like this, I don't know who talks like this. This is why you have in South Africa, they are here, they are pastors, they are prophets. Even that Messiah guy, when I joined that live, there was a fool there who's telling me, ask Prophet Gogo, so and so. I don't want no bloody Prophet Gogo. I don't need bloody Prophet Gogo. I have blood in my veins that I get from my forefathers. I don't need to ask no bloody Prophet Gogo, because these same prophets are the same ones who are telling people that the top 3 fantasies of women is to get raped. And when girls come out saying, Omotoso is graping us, he's touching us, and he's saying that the spirit wants it to happen, there's the same women who go out and defend Omotoso. And then we say, we are the strongest in Africa, we're the children of warriors. Clearly, we are docile, guys. We're like dogs without teeth.
Who casually put on false teeth every now and again.
Exactly. Let me play it again. I don't think we heard it properly.
When you so-called white people run something, man. All right, all you do is go around kidnapping people. One of the top 3 fantasies of women is to get raped. That's right.
Who are you?
Straight face, bro. Like straight face.
Oh my God,
Do some research.
Yeah.
Research.
He says, do some research.
Are they writing their own papers? Like,
guys, you see why I don't even debate people online? Now I've stopped debating. If I post something, there's always some experts who are gonna come and jump on the wagon, carry, like they attach themselves to the post, and then they go and spew their own narratives on my post. I just block now. I don't care who you are. I will block you.
We used to think you get engagement from that, but algorithm, I don't know what's going on. I'm comments I did.
I block, Baba. Block. There's nothing you're gonna gain from such a person. Block. Let's continue with these crazy people.
The word research is going to cause.
Okay, look it up right now.
He says, look it up right now. Let me look it up, guys. Maybe
they are writing their own research papers, guys. I don't know. Maybe they are writing their own research papers.
Let me look it up. Top
Google is gonna flag
3 fantasies of women. He says we must look it up. I'm looking it up. I've never heard this before.
Yo.
Hey, even these ones, they are scary. Being dominated. Sex with a stranger. Sex with a woman. Having a threesome. Guys, I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I'm a man. Linna, I'm a man. Look, guys. These are women's yabana. What the hell is this? Look at this. What is this?
Guys.
Hi, guys. Look at this. Why are they saying these things about women? Hi, look at this. Public sex. Women are... Hi,
So
guys.
these guys they are saying things that you can go on a search bar. This is creepy, man.
No, he said it himself. He was confident. He's like, look it up. I know, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not a woman, but I've got 7 sisters.
Someone says because of 50 Shades of Grey.
I'm even 50 Shades of Grey. It doesn't take it this far.
This is beyond 50 Shades, guys.
This is not 50 Shades of Grey. Aibo, which women want this thing now? This one. This one is scary. This one. This one is scary because this is grave, Mos.
Hey.
And I didn't even ask about sexual. I just asked top 3 fantasies only. You. Let's see if maybe there's anything that doesn't talk about sex. No, all of them are sex. Let me check for men actually. Let's see what comes out for men. Hi, kuyafana nje. Siyakhala.
Guys.
Hi, guys. No, it's bad out there. You know, I remember some years ago, if you search men hairstyle, only white men would come up.
Oh yes, yeah.
I remember it's like it's how they manipulate the engine, the search engine. They program it to be like this. Actually, this is not some mistake. They program it to be like this. If you say men's hairstyle, only white men are gonna come, nothing else. In fact, if you say shacks in South Africa, the last time I checked, it was only the shacks of white people. Yeah. Yeah. Last time it was only shacks of white people. I see now it looks like it has changed.
But someone is saying, but who feeds Google? It's us. I mean, it's a Western platform, so I'd say predominantly it's white males.
Yes, and also you can manipulate it in the back end. You can literally manipulate what results come first because it's got pages. This thing, it's not. It's got pages, so you can literally filter which results show up first for whatever agenda. So if I pay the money, I can manipulate Google. I can promise you, it's not average people who actually have the decision. I can promise you.
Right there, hey.
I wanted to let me check. And lastly, Shanty Town in South Africa, because last time I checked, it was only white people. I see they've changed it now. Maybe some people complained. It was crazy when I checked. They were only showing those like that 0.01% of white people who stay in shacks,
these,
as if it's the norm. Bloody hell!
About Trump.
Hey, let's continue. Yeah, DuckDuckGo is nice actually. DuckDuckGo is very nice.
Oh, your daughters?
My daughter. Yeah.
We're gonna take your daughters. Right?
Listen. You've got any daughters? We're gonna take your daughters. I told you, one of the biggest signs of a cult, they are obsessed with women. Even if it's a church, their biggest focus is women and the devil.
Oh my God!
Do some research. Okay, look it up right now. Oh, your daughters?
My daughter. Yeah.
We're gonna take your daughters.
And she's there. The daughter is there. She's not far. He's asking, those are your daughters? We're gonna take your daughter.
Right, they're gonna be our concubines. That's right.
They're going to be our concubines. Concubines are basically omakwapeni. You understand? Yeah. Ewan.
Daughters?
My daughter. Yeah.
We're gonna take your daughters. Right, they're gonna be our concubines. That's right. Hey, somebody might pick you up too.
Bye, my friend.
Ewan. He's saying somebody might pick you up too. Basically, we might not unalive you. We might like you. Actually.
You might just decide, when.
Daughters, right? They're gonna be our concubines. That's right. Hey, somebody might pick you up too.
Bye, my friend.
I'll pick you up.
A lot of times these women
I pick you up.
walk around proud as shit, dressed
Super proud.
titties out, ass out. Proud as
There's a Hispanic there. He has joined the brotherhood. These are thugs. These are thugs. Jobless thugs. Yes.
hell, man. There's gonna come a time when a man's just gonna take it. There ain't gonna be no police out here to save you.
Oibo. There's gonna come a time where a man is just going to take it, and there ain't gonna be no police out there to save you. What, guys? Are we still talking about the kingdom that's coming? What are these people talking about? What's happening here? It looks to me, this looks like a pervert group who have just gotten a platform to really tell the world how they feel. There's gonna be a time where we can just take it, and there will be no police to save you. The other one was like, in the kingdom, we're gonna get them young, and then the other one is like, we're gonna take your daughters, and we might grab you as well.
Oh, your daughters?
My daughter.
We're gonna take your daughters, right? They're gonna be our concubines. That's right. Hey, somebody might pick you up too. I'll pick you up. A lot of times these women walk around proud as shit, dressed super proud. Titties out, ass out. Proud as hell, man. There's gonna come a time when a man's just gonna take it. There ain't gonna be no police out here to save you.
Right, hey, I'm gonna say this, man. Everybody got something against rape. If you didn't
I'm gonna say this to everybody who's got something against grape. Let's listen to what he's gonna say. He has an advice for those of us who are against grape.
Police out here to save you.
Right, hey, I'm gonna say this, man. Everybody got something against rape. If you didn't walk down these streets and seen all these fucking freaks called women out there, that's a nigga. Talking about all these freaks, all these freak ass bitches, and you ain't had the urge to even a thought of raping that bitch. Hey, you a faggot, man. So all you niggas that come up against that, you a straight faggot.
So basically, if you're a man, you've never had the urge to grape a woman, you are a homosexual man. That's what he's saying. If you've walked down the street and not even once had the urge to grape a woman, you are not a real man. He uses the F word, Faggot, as an insult to say, a real man must want to grape.
Our boys are already feeling excluded.
Yes.
Ways, in our communities. This is gonna groom them. They are going to groom them, and you can't build a society when your women are traumatized by grape.
Yes. And tell you what, the police, in one of these incidents, the police were called. They were called, police. They arrested the people who called them. They took one of the white ladies and dragged her away. Where have you seen police? Where have you seen police dragging away a white woman from a situation like this? Unless they know, let these guys do this. This is a CIA project. Don't disturb
They are
it.
doing our work. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
J. Edgar Hoover. Hey,
This is an
this is
FBI
massive-
operation. Don't disturb it. We need them to cause chaos. He says, if you are a man and you've never had the urge to grape a woman, you are not a man. And he's saying this on top of what the other guy said, saying there's going to be a time. There's going to be a time where we take it and there'll be no police to save you. Guys, no, it's too much now. It's too much. It was too much from the beginning, actually. Let me play it again.
Walk around proud as shit, dressed super proud. Titties out, ass out. Proud as hell, man. There's gonna come a time when a man's just gonna take it. There ain't gonna be no police out here to save you.
Right, hey, I'm gonna say this, man. Everybody got something against rape. If you didn't walk down these streets and seen all these fucking freaks called women out there, that's a nigga. Talking about all these freaks, all these freak ass bitches, and you ain't had the urge to even a thought of raping that bitch. Hey, you a faggot, man. So all you niggas that come up against that, you a straight faggot.
Yeah.
Look at these little sluts, man. Little sluts like that, they want Jake, man. Little sluts. They want niggas, man. They want hoes. Yeah, they white hoes. Yeah, little white hoes. Hey, bitches. They want big black guys, man. Fuck white bitches, man. Right. White bitches. Fat, ugly, nasty white bitches, man. White bitches are going into slavery, man. Right. All right. But on this side, guess what? If you look good, you're gonna get chased down. You're gonna get. Hey, look, man, because rape. The rape isn't just some. Oh, we gonna be making love. When we love the white woman, man. We gonna grab you by your fucking leprous hair. All right, might slice your neck a little bit.
Guys, yeah. Guys, listen to that. He's saying these are white HOEs. These are white BITCHEs. And we're gonna chase you down and we're gonna grape you. But it's not gonna be romantic. We're gonna grab your neck and we might even slice your neck, your throat a bit in the process. Can I please play it again? I want you guys to understand when we warn you against joining these groups, because the kingdom of Kubala that I played first is leading to this.
Yeah.
Women, you are busy romanticizing with these guys right now in the comments. There was a lady romanticizing that kingdom of Kubala nonsense in these comments. She was busy saying, I understand them. Do you still understand them now? They say they will take
I
it
don't
when they
think she's
want
still
it.
here.
Exactly. They're not even strong enough to listen to. That's why I'm saying I'm afraid what's happening to that handmaiden of kingdom, Kubala, that servant girl there. And they must stop using our languages.
Yeah,
They
I
must
know.
stop using our languages in this nonsense of theirs. This Black Panther nonsense of a copycat kingdom. Let me play this again.
You a straight nigga.
Look at these little sluts, man. Little sluts like that, they want Jake, man. Little sluts. Little sluts. They want niggas, man.
So he's saying these are little sluts. They want Jake. So Jake means black man. Jake is short for Jacob because they say they're the descendants of Jacob. Ne? So it's Jake. And then the whites are Edomites. So they say it's Jake. They want Jake. They want niggas. So basically those girls who are passing by, they want them. That's what they're saying. And I hear you, observer, when you say the pretendians, you agree with the pretendians. They're not from here because the behavior, it shows clearly, Uri, they've lost it. They've lost the plot.
Yeah,
Let's
I know.
continue.
They want hoes. Yeah, they white hoes. Yeah, little white hoes. Cave bitches. They want big black guys, man. Fuck white bitches, man. Yeah, white bitches. Fat, ugly, nasty white bitches, man. White bitches are going into slavery, man.
They're going to slavery.
All right. But on this side, guess what? If you look good, you're going to get chased down.
Guess what? If you look good, you're going to get chased down. Which is crazy because I thought in the kingdom they're not gonna be in flesh. They're gonna be in spirit. Why are they talking about rape and the kingdom at the same time? It's very strange to me. So he says, if you look good, you're gonna be chased down. Let's hear what it's gonna happen after you're chased down.
You're going to get, hey, look, man, because rape isn't just some, oh, we going to be making love, when we love the white woman, man. We going to grab you by your fucking leprous hair.
He's saying grape is not some, oh, let's get naked and make love. We're gonna grab you by your leprous hair. Now, leprous hair is blonde hair, basically. They say blonde hair is because of leprosy. So the white skin and the blonde hair, they're sick. It's leprosy. So he says they're gonna grab by that leprous hair. You can see already there's a King Kong syndrome right there. Because why is he imagining himself with a blonde woman? There's a King Kong syndrome. You know almost King Kong.
Exactly.
You know how King Kong had to be, what is that? Tamed by a blonde white lady. There's a King Kong syndrome right there already. That's taking place.
Remember they had LeBron James also in that.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember very well. I'm gonna find it. King Kong syndrome, LeBron James.
Then
you can see clearly.
Ifatunde, he calls himself the King Kong of
King Kong consciousness, ne? Look at this King Kong syndrome, where they fantasize about blonde white women day in and day out. Look at this. If you watch the movie King Kong, you would know what I'm talking about. The big brute beast is being tamed by the little blonde woman. This is what they are imagining in their minds in the kingdom. There will be the King Kong, and then they say, if you look good, we're gonna chase you down, and we're gonna grab you by your blonde hair or by your leprous hair. And let's see what's gonna happen after they grab you.
We're going to be making love when we love the white woman, man. We're going to grab you by your fucking leprous hair. All right, might slice your neck a little.
We might slice your neck a little bit. We might slice your neck a little bit.
All right, have you bleeding?
Have you bleeding? I'm sorry, but this is not something that just came to his mind right now. The level of detail this narration has tells me that he's been thinking about this. They've been discussing this. The level of comfort he speaks with, the level of detail he speaks with already tells me this is something that has been discussed time and again. And this is, it comes from the depths of his heart.
Give you a few jabs, man.
He says we're gonna chase you down, grab your hair, slice your neck, and we'll give you a few jabs. Now that's domestic abuse on top of rape. We're gonna beat you up while we're doing it. Guys, no. Let's play.
All right? Have you breathing? Give you a few jabs, man.
Hey everybody, Pastor Stephen Anderson here from Faithful Word Baptist Church in Tempe, Arizona. I just wanted to make a quick video rebuking the stupidity of the Black Hebrew Israelites.
I want to play the last one now.
Good question for you. You're in the land of your captivity. Well, you
know what? Let me ask y'all something. How many of y'all out here? I got a good question for y'all today. How many of y'all out here believe that it's right for black men to rape black women?
Yo, Aibo. Guys, are you hearing this? It's too much. These people are working for the FBI and the CIA. Gag.
How many of y'all out here? I got a good question for y'all today. How many of y'all out here believe that it's right for black men to rape black women? Is that wrong? Is that wrong? Let me tell you something. They got an Israelite group out here called GMS, and they believe that it's okay to rape women. These two Negroes that just came up here, they're from GMS. They are in an Israelite group that says it's okay to rape women.
Yo, no, guys, it's too much. It's too much. So when we warn, we foresee what's coming. When we warn, we foresee what's coming. Think about a man standing on a tower and he can see the enemy approaching. And as the enemy approaches, we are blowing the trumpet that, guys, it's coming. There's a flood coming. There's a flood coming, and we want our people to be ready. But our people don't want to be ready. Why do these people have lands in our country? Why are even these churches allowed to operate, which we know are breeding grounds for human trafficking? We know they are breeding grounds for kidnappings. We know some of these churches are operating rooms. Underground, they've got tunnels. Underground, they've got basements. They've got bunkers. Children are disappearing. What happened to Amash, the young girl who disappeared? Some TikTok creators have disappeared. We don't know where they are. And it's you, mothers and fathers, it's your fault. Stop romanticizing these cults. Stop romanticizing these cults. I was shocked when I heard that woman saying, oh no, the Kingdom Kubala. I'm not saying Kingdom Kubala is doing these things, but what I'm saying is the same way it starts, it ends up this way. Kingdom Kubala symbolizes a primitive version of what I just showed you for the past 1 hour. Now, do you still empathize with these people? This girl from Zimbabwe must go back to her country if she doesn't have a place to stay in Scotland. She must go back to her country and stop this nonsense of Kingdom of Kubala nonsense. There is no Kingdom of Kubala. They are not a kingdom. She's Shona. She must go back to Zimbabwe. She has a culture in Zimbabwe. She has history in Zimbabwe. She has a family, most likely in Zimbabwe. She must stop this garbage that she's doing. And I give authority to the people of Scotland to stand up for their country. We can explore black history in Scotland without manipulating our people.
I am the mother of Chaka, whom you can see here. My children were kidnapped by Durham County Council 1.5 years ago. Today I'm standing here at the Culloden battlefield in the Scottish Highlands, where the Jacobites were massacred by the Edomites 400 years ago.
You see, she's saying she's a Jacobite. Remember those guys who were preaching there? They're saying those girls want Jake. Jake means Jacobite. These are dangerous narratives, guys. These are dangerous narratives. Notice how, when we talk about our true history, there's silence. They don't comment. They don't fight. But they will never fund or even give us the platform. The Department of Sports, Arts and Culture is quiet, not assisting in any way. Some time ago, I made a video, guys. I want you to know about a place in the Eastern Cape called Port Alfred. I made a video about a place called Port Alfred. I told them that the indigenous name is Koi and Awa. In the map, they put Koi. It's not Koi, it's Koi and Awa. But I believe it's actually Awa, but it's a click that we don't use anymore. I told them the name means a smoking pipe in Awa. Because back then, before they built the port, the river was shaped like a smoking pipe that is made out of bone. Indeed, I found a map from 1820, and indeed the river looked like a smoking pipe. I was sent a form by the leader, the chairman of the name change council. I filled the form, I sent it back. They proposed the name change without my knowledge. They actually sidelined me. They went ahead with the project, took advantage of the information I gave them. Their mistake. They went to Port Alfred to say they're going to change the name. The white people went crazy there. It's not going to happen. You're not going to change this name. The white people went crazy. It failed dismally. Now I get a message from one of them. Hey, Sandile, man, we could you please give us your number? We want you to be involved in this project, blah, blah, blah. This is what happens when we tell our history. You have government hyenas who come to such a point that I don't want anyone from government. They've been coming, musicians, artists, government officials. As recently as last week, actually. As recently as last week, they want the information, and I don't play. I'm not in the business of giving information here. I'm in a spiritual work here. I'm cleansing. And 95% of the cleansing needs to happen in the government level. Because the union building is filled with demons. It's filled with demonic entities. Parliament is full to the brim with demons. So the true cleansing needs to happen there. But you can't understand that cleansing unless you detach from the delusion. Our people have to detach, because then when we work together, then there's power even for me. I have strength.
Yep.
This is not just work, guys. I get attacks myself. I get attacks. I lose strength. I don't understand what's happening sometimes. But because I put myself in the front line for our people to have a chance, their children to have a chance at actually breathing the winds of truth.
Bruv, if I can just ask, when these people reach out, especially like musicians, what are they saying?
My brother. A lot of them, they will be proposing some kind of project, Oh no, I would like for you to help me in this specific area. I'm not going to mention names, Yabo. But it's people that all of you, I know for a fact, you know them. They will propose some project. For example, they have a project they are working on, like a song, and they need a specific voice to say some words. And obviously, I know maybe this old language that they want me to say the words in. In fact, even politicians who were part of the EFF and then moved, then one of them is in Maibuye now. I saw him in the consultations of Maibuye. He was he was an actor before on Generations. He was busy sending me inboxes. Children of prominent politicians, prominent leaders who were once musicians and in parliament. So it's not like up and coming people. No. And there's nothing wrong with people trying to, collaborate and all that. All I'm saying is it doesn't come from a genuine place.
Yes.
It never comes to fruition. And I don't work with those kind of people anyway. I don't work with those kind of people. My work is from the dusty bushes and the caves of this country, where my ancestors come from. From the dusty peaks of Maloti and Ukahlamba. That's where my work comes from. So I don't need any involvement. But when they do come, I did help with Port Alfred. And I was glad to hear that it didn't go well. The name change proposition. I was very happy to hear that it didn't go well because they are not genuine. They could have literally just invited me to come. I would talk to the white community because I can talk to them. I can tell them the truth because I'm the one who uncovered this and hundreds of other
Big up
place
to you,
names.
bro.
You
Big up to
understand?
you. Actually, let's just take a moment. Big up to you.
Thank you, brother.
Not to Pelumo, yeah, for big up and for actually owning it. You know, a lot of
Thank
people
you.
are doing a lot of good work. They are not owning it. They
Yes.
shower every day. They are left out.
Yes.
And they just keep moving. But at some point, you need to own it and say, that is actually my work.
Yes. No, it's my work, brother. And I'm not going to play with it. Even PENSALB, you know, the PEN South African Indigenous Language Board.
Yeah.
They've reached out to me recently. And then I had to send my email so that the office can let me know. It never happened. So now I just look at them. They think I'm a child. They don't understand.
They think we're all children.
They don't understand, my brother. They don't understand. If they knew even 1% about me, they wouldn't even come close to even inboxing me. Because I don't bother people. They bother me. And I'm afraid. I'm afraid one thing you must not do is to double cross me. In 2013, I was under initiation. Ubungoma. That's me, Sandil. Under Umdao. By a man of the royal clan of Ufaku, Yesamampondweni. He was from Libode, Magozin. He then decides that I'm going to take this young man and make him an offering. I'm going to use him as an offering. He has a big family. I'm the 10th child, by the way, at home.
These stories.
I'm the last born at home. There's 10 children, probably 11. There's one that my father left in Joburg when he worked there. But my mother doesn't tell the full story. But I'm the 10th child, and I'm the last born. Ne? 7 sisters, 2 brothers.
Pleiades.
Yes. So I never learned how to cook until later in life. But anyway, this man sees me. He sees whatever he sees. Sometimes parents don't tell us the truth, man. That Sandil, you are a child of the child who comes after twins. Because my mother comes after twins. Traditionally, she's the eldest twin. Even more accurately for her, the twins who came before her did not survive. So she's 3 people in one. But she never dared to tell me the implications of that.
Did she know?
She knew, but she did not tell me that I'm a last born of the eldest twin. Now I do things that are careless in my life as a child, and I always end up in the worst situation you can imagine. I almost drown. I almost get unalived. And like things are just going wrong, left, right, and center. Until she's like, Endod, you need to be careful now, eh? We have debts that we haven't paid, both from your mother's side and from your father's side. So you need to walk with grace. Now I have to go and offer coins before I get into water. And now I like marine biology at school. We didn't do it as a subject, but I was a young scientist. So I was part of a South African Environmental Observation Network. It's called SAION.
Yeah.
They've got different nodes in
Interesting
different
that you were
coastal
drawn
towns.
in that direction. Interesting.
Yes. I was very passionate about marine science, especially the biology side. Not so much the physics. But now, obviously, it's physics. I think it's nice. So we always had to go to the sea, but the sea responds to me. I'm just 14. I'm 15. It responds to me. The moment I come close, it comes even closer.
Moana.
Hey! And until the elders sat down with me and some things had to be done. But what I'm saying is, these people, they don't know those things about me. And they don't have to. But why then do you want to double cross someone you don't know? That guy who used to train me, the one who initiated me, he's underground today. That's where I'm going with this story. He went, Lingana. Nobody told me, but I knew. Because I saw him He left me with his godlo sakhe. He left me in charge. I learned umuthi under him. Umthi wenhlahla, umthi wesichitho, umthi wegomondela, the one they called korobela. I learned under him. I learned umuthi wesex. It's under one. Boyfriends and girlfriends used to come when when they are gonna go visit their partner. We have to put intlanga in their bodies. The partner doesn't know that ulala nesilwane. I'm being trained. I have to see all of these things. You put intlanga in their bodies. The boyfriend goes crazy. Sandawane baba. Ash. I was trained. So he goes, he leaves me in the Iskodlo alone. I see him around 2 a.m. I'm in the middle of a desert, but this desert is plain. It's level. There's no hills. There's nothing. There's not even one tree. I'm in the middle and I'm seated on a throne. On a throne. The sun perpendicular to my head. Midday. I knew immediately. That's what the scene gives me. It tells me it doesn't mean, umhlabiyalingana is a desert, but I could see the land is equal. So kusemhlabiyalingana where he is. I'm there seated on a throne. He comes to me with a silver bowl full of oil. I knew already he's initiating me in something that I don't know about. Because oil is for anointing. He comes, he anoints my right hand, my left hand. Now the left hand is the hand of my totem, because we're the baboon people. The baboon is left-handed in our indigenous understanding. So umfok akhethekile is the baboon. So he comes, he anoints my left hand. I just threw that bowl away and spilled all of that oil. And then I woke up immediately. I realized what he was busy with. The man was in trouble. He was in trouble, my brother. Yes. He was in trouble.
Level of dumbness. I'm sorry.
He was in trouble. He had to leave. Whatever. How do I put it? Indugu is the strongest thing you have. Most people take shortcuts and they go and get a snake. Now, the snake is not necessarily a physical snake you can touch, like Gogo Mawen is doing on TV. That's a python that she bought somewhere. It's not the real snake, that one. The real snake is more like a hologram. You can't touch it. When you look at it, it's like you can see through its body. The real spiritual one. But at night, it changes into a woman for a man. So that man who was training me had a ring, but he was not married. Or so people, that's the only thing people knew. They thought he was not married. Tina, we knew he was married. Because he could not freely associate with women unless he wanted to see the anger of Umhlekazi. Nkosazana. So he goes, he realizes Nkosazana has finished his family. Finished his mother, and everyone else. The house is big, it's nice, there's money, but it's empty. Even he can't stay with his own child to protect her. So he sees me as the perfect victim. He says, Sandile. Exactly. He says, Sandile, your mother loves you, not. He says it 100 times per month. That's when I realized there's a red flag here. There's a big red flag here. He feels guilty, this bastard. Now, because I come from that family, both sides of the family.
Amazing, Sandile? Sorry,
yes.
Is it not amazing that Labantu, they can never see, they'll see you,
yes.
They'll see the strength, but they'll never be able to see past their own plans over you.
Exactly. They are delusional. He was so deluded. My sister, who's maybe 50 kilometers away from me at that time, wakes up in the middle of the night and tells my mother, Mama, I saw Izembe, an ex, Sisemakhaya. I saw an X rising up and spinning in the sky. The house is full of the most senior sangomas you can think of. But this X rose up above everyone else and everyone could see. Started spinning. It spun at a high speed. And it came at a very high speed right to your neck, mama. It went, boom, yazulumbele entanyeni. Right into your neck. There was your blood all over the house. Do you know what my mother said? She did not ask any question after that. She was like, I know exactly what you mean. And I was like, I have another story to tell as well. Now, everyone at home knew. Now, this guy was pushing for a ceremony, a creepy ceremony that he wants to go to all the ancient graves of my ancestors, the graves of my grandfathers and their fathers and their fathers. He wants all the graves of the family. He wants to go there. That's how you twebula a person's entire bloodline. Uzawuya enhloko aqonde ngqo enhloko athathe umhlaba. Uzawuphehla umzi uphele uthi awuphehla uphele umzi because he has the soil.
You understand the metaphysical implications of
That's it. So now he does whatever he tries to do. KwaMhlabi uyalingana. He comes back. I'm quiet. Tetwak. I'm not saying anything. I'm acting like a fool. Because that's always been my superpower. To be the fool. Fortunately, I took it from my mother. My father was not like that. My father was abrasive. He still is, but he's old now. My father is he doesn't know how to keep quiet. But my mother, uqondele. Ungamdela uthi ligwala. Ungamdela uthi ligwala. Kanti intombi endala ikholosile. She knows what she's looking at. Ndathula nathi icwaka.
Kuthiwa abantu abakwazi ukulala phezu kwezikhali. Umuntu
Yes.
alala.
Hayi. Mfoko ngomezulu.
Lele phezulu.
Athi icwaka. Yeah. He came back. He said, Livumile, because that was my name. My name was not Sandile there. You don't use your name there. You have another name there. Umkhwetha. Livumile. Inkulu into ohamba nayo ndoda. That's the only thing he said when he came back. Ati, the trees were moving. The level of wind that was blowing, I've never seen it before. And this is someone who has gone through some of the worst rituals to become powerful. He doesn't know that I know. Ebethwala ngam. I was going to wake up with a very beautiful princess next to me that I don't know where she comes from. But that princess was going to tell me orders, Baba. In the next 3 weeks, I want your mother. You can't say no. You say no, you get into an accident within the next 5 minutes. They take and amputate your leg. That's what was going to happen. His thing was becoming too big for him. So in it was hatching. So the hatchlings, the snakelets, were going to be given to me as a squama without my knowledge. But he doesn't know that I already know that. And that's his mistake. That's his mistake. He could not see that I see what he thinks I do not see. Little does he know that my own uncle.
Sandile.
Brother.
Let me pause you here, bro. This is one of the gateways that I come through.
Yes.
Do you realize ukuhlanya kwalento?
Yes, sir.
He feels the force field. That you feel the force field. Yes, you still taste.
Yes.
How?
It's stupidity. And he's no more today. That's the crazy part.
This is now sounding like a loop. Someone did a comment here and said, why is it that so many of our stories end up here with our mentors? It's like a loop.
Yes. Bayadela because they want what they don't understand. They have no respect for things that are bigger than them. They have no respect. I won't say too much because My parents are still alive. Some things I would let them say. But my mother, she will tell you straight, Yena, about her family and their experience with Inkanyamba. Omakhanya phansi naphezulu. Izitshingitshane zomoya. Inhloko ezinkulu zaselwandle. I would leave that to my mother to speak about. I'm still a child in those things. But it was an interesting experience because shortly when he came back, I knew that the whole thing had failed and there would be repercussions for him. And indeed, there were repercussions. This man was under a man from Mozambique, Umkhulu, an old man from Mozambique, a powerful but dirty old man. And that's another thing. The dirtier you are, the more powerless you become. People don't realize it. The evil you get, the powerless you become. You cannot fight against a child of light. You can't. Things start to tremble in your own isigodlo without any provocation.
You can't fight against your own being.
Exactly.
So if you're fighting light, who's comba wena?
Exactly. So you will suffocate until you cannot take it anymore. Anyway, he was shot and then, yeah, he's no more. I think after that, he chased me away and many other things followed after that. But thina ke ekhaya singabantu abamhlophe, both father's side and mother's side. Sizalwa ke ngabantu abasemanzini nabantu abasezintabeni. Amangqosini, ociwoshe, othithiba, othikoloshe. Imbokodo emnyama kaThikoloshe eqengeleke esehlise enyuka phezulu komlambo igqili. Phume engcongolweni Thikoloshe. Ngabantu bomlambo ke abo. Sikwazalwa ke thina ngamagiqwa onkosana omvaba iketi lomnqayeli inqendi. Ontshinga kwakhwazwa ikhwazwa ngabayaziyo. Singamamfene thina abantu basezintabeni, abantu abehla ngomvelweni, abantu abarhwala emgodleni, abantu abondlala ingca phansi. Omalilelo zintombi zithi mfo county zeko mahamba ngezandla omabona bulawe baxela umthakathi. Phala kuhle ngoba le ndlela iyehlela singoluncu thina singomwandla singomandu wafikela uhlangeni. Ndingokwamayikana ndingokwavimbisa ndingokwarhwala emgodleni ndingokwageqa amatshe. Ndingokwapheka iphemphem ngengxawana ndingokwapheka iqhakuba ngengxawana. Zalwa ke komanzothweni konyelenzi komaphango kongqale kongqange ngqanqa sinoxhama ogxoxo wele. Tsiba nkulu kayuthu untaba kahili usiqa somile somelezwana zintshaba. Oyini bafazi bentsikizi le ntsholo nayiphazamne ithabatha isidoda ingoma lihlatyelwa isifazi. Komo zikambiko zikamancamu zikamlawo. Ndingumzukulwana ke emampehleni kocabathi konkomo zibomvu odikane olubisi. Into zakulo ibeka wakulokani. Ndingumzukulwana emanhlaneni kontlanga konqabane. Ngongqungqushabo oziqelekazi ohlamba ngobubende amanzi ekhona ndibuye besisizukuzuku kofaku othahla kandayeni ngonyawo zabo fakofakayo wayikhupha sawudidana. Ndiyanqula ke ndiyacamngca ndiyacamagusha kumatshawe kotshiwo kamdange. Ziinkosi ezo ozigodlwana zemazi endala zingalala endleleni yazini madoda ukuthi zilahlekile. Ndithi ke makube xosi kubele kudeda ubunqu kushiye kubumweka kumagcina koncancashi kohelushe kogadluma ngokhokho bamabo. Ndiyacamagusha ke kodlamini kozizi kojama komo zikasijadu komo zikangxibi noboya komo zikafakade zize limnyama nenkomo zalo. Nina nawela ithukela nawela ngenkomo gqiba nazidle ezo zaniwelisa gqiba nazililela nawelela esandlulubeni. I'm gonna drop now, my people. You go and reflect. Tamago. Do you have any last words? Ngomezu.
Utamaku Tata, even though you're saying you can't say much, you've said a lot that I hope everyone who's still here got it. You said a whole lot. You said a whole lot.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Tata.
And lastly, my people, I want to talk about, I'm going to introduce a topic. I'll explain it some other day. Amagu. When we say Amagu, I touched very briefly on it sometime last year. I've heard some false narrative now being peddled. And this is the thing, né? People will always find something to manipulate. They will take the same information I'm providing without context and use it. I always say, means water. But means water only in a few dialects, like isiXhosa and others. In other dialects, it's which is why we have the water lizard, The full name is Sholo or Choro, which means untulo wamanzi. Literally, water, sholo, untulo, sholo, untulo wamanzi. Now, people take this for water and make it as if it's the same as tamagu. So now when people say, when you say tamagu, you are invoking the water. No. Tamagu has nothing to do with the water. And tamagu has nothing to do.
About.
Yes, and it's crazy because I hate it. Tamagu has nothing to do with the sun either. Yes, the sun is as well. But it's a completely different spelling altogether. Now, what does tamagu mean? And what can you link tamagu to? Tamagu is part of a big system. It's not some standalone word that you can speak without any context. When you say tamagu, you are talking about ice or ubukhosi. We're talking about tram or trum. You're talking about khaya, khayagu. I'm gonna translate now. When you say Christ, you're saying favor. You're saying mercy, yes. You're saying kukhanya. When you say Magu, is to do for each other or to do on behalf of. And then now there's an older root for sleeping. It's called trum. I always explain it on my lives that when we dance around the fire, the goal is to reach a state of trum. Trum means complete sleep, but also trum means a state of beyond sleep. This is why when you talk about sleep, you say ubu tongo. Ubu tongo. So trum is tongo, the state of tongo. Ubu tongo literally means trum, which is another cognate of tram, which you find in tramagu. So tramagu is to do on behalf of, to provide mercy on behalf of what? On behalf of the trum or of the tram, which is the itongo. Tramagu means the mercy of itongo.
And yet again, brother, they are missing it out of context because they are taking it literally.
Yes.
They are thinking because to them, water, life begins in literal water. I understand ukuthi kunelwandle elikhulu. Tamagu, itongo.
Yes. The primordial waters.
You understand?
Yes.
I understand ukuthi when the time must share igwema, we are seeking that land. That is why the Christian says asakhili impela la, because we are seeking that land that we used to seek with Jesus.
Yes. So it's very important, guys, we understand now. Amagu is said in context of that it's a spiritual system. In fact, when you get into the practice of ubutamagu, the goal is to become itamagu yourself. The highest form of igricha in the grechab system is to become a tamagub. What does that mean? The one who propitiates mercy on behalf of the tram or of the trum. Umsebenzeli wethongo. That's what ubutamagu means. Now there's a town in the Eastern Cape called Makhanda. It's named after a person, Umakhanda. Who was Makhanda? Makhanda was a man who was an itamagu. Makhanda. He was a high priest. Itamagu, a high priest, a doctor of war, a doctor of the sky. Umnisi wemvula, umngoma wezulu.
Yey wena. Uziphethe zonke lezi khwama.
Umngoma wezulu. Ikamagu, and he had to use another name for Ubukamagu. His name was the left-handed one, Unele. Wayeliqamagu Nxele. So when we talk about ubuqamagu, it's part of a big system. Ulwandle lwequm, ulwandle
Isn't it
lwethongo. And
not
sorry,
amazing that
yes.
the left hand
Mhm.
links to the right brain,
Yes,
and the
true.
right brain is considered that much closer to icamagu.
Yes, yes. The right brain is the one you activate, even with igobongo or ubulawu and
Yes,
other herbs
yes.
like ingwadi. There's a herb I was speaking about, which was a herb that was used heavily in mummification in Southern Africa, and also ekuphehleni imbiza or ukhamba lwebulawu. That herb, those are the things that activate certain parts of the right brain. We talk about hallucinogenic characteristics. We talk about psychoactive characteristics. It allows you to reach a elevated state of chum, ubuthongo. Ubuthongo, it's not just sleepiness, it's the activation of a trance into the state of itongo. And you exit the body. When you exit the physical body, you appear in a new. What does that mean, to appear or to begin in a new form? Ukuthwasa. That's literally what ukuthwasa means. To get out, to appear. Sithi uhlobo luyathwasa in September because uhlobo luyavela in September. Inyanga iyathwasa after a dead moon. So ukuthwasa is to reach that state and get out of it. Now, this is where you start to see things. You go down, you go up. It depends. You can go down in a hole, down into the land of Garib or Amagongong, up into the land of into the land of Haitseb or Eng Akengteng or Khu Aumata or Tsikwab Umlenze Munye. You learn healing methodologies that you've never heard before. You learn how to transfer knowledge from one person to another. This is the stuff that you're not going to find from Ugogo Maweni. I'm sorry.
No,
Because
you can't.
when you are concerned about cameras, then you don't understand the true depth of what you have involved yourself in. You have involved yourself. So Ubuqamagu is something much deeper. It's something much heavier. It's not something to be taken lightly. Even me, being born in a home of Amaqamagu, I was afraid of it. I still respect. You're not gonna see me wearing white beads and playing around with them like that because Amatambo, I know what they represent. The red beads, Umgazi, I know what that represents. The blue beads, Ulwandle, I know what that represents. The pink beads, Isikau, I know what it represents. The violet beads, well, those ones, Ulwandle, and the blue one, the turquoise one, Ihobe, I know what they represent. They have names. It's not just stuff you just wear. You don't just wear those things. Amara, now you just go buy at the Pakistani shop and wear.
Bruv, you can buy Spandla right now.
Listen to that.
It shows in our markets, you can go and buy Spandla.
Listen to that. They don't even
Buy
understand the psychological power that comes from Izipandla and Ubulunga. These things, hey, let me continue. Kamagu, I explained it. There's another one that.
ngibabekele la wena Kehle.
Yes.
Mina ngiyangithanda ukuthi sizihlanganise lezi zinto lezi ngoba we come from different walks, different
Yes.
faith paths.
Yes.
And we need to be able to express lolwazi ngolimi that we can relate to.
Yes.
Today.
Yeah.
So masithi njoba sisho nje ukuthi icamagu ulwandle olukhulu.
Yes.
Kunalento ke in English angithanda ukuyisebenzisa kakhulu bazothi ama dimensions.
Yeah.
This is where now kuzoba ulwandle. These are all different levels of the same lwandle. Loke nje lisebenza loke lifake esinye isembatho.
Yes.
Ngobusho nje lifake the violet beads. Mase lifake the violet beads. I-beat ye-drum isishintshile. I-beat ye-drum being the vibration and frequency.
Yeah.
But these are not different worlds that are somewhere there, or these are just aspects which are above our peripheral as far as our senses are concerned.
Yes.
So that highest office, yecamagu, you are completely untethered from the fetters of the flesh, because you get to see the whole picture. But abaselangeni, that is the whole picture. You see, you. That is why bazothi you are now a walking Asa,
Yes.
or Osiris, or Jesus, because you are seeing the whole picture. Not in time, not you are the whole, not just here on this planet, but this is where now the intelligence of understanding the disease, the pre-cause, and understanding disease, understanding cause and effect. It's that instantaneous, because you understand the whole picture.
Uthi uPaulos, uApollo, igama lakhe lesiHebrew, it's Saul. For we know in part and we prophesy in part.
Amen.
Uthi, but when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away.
Hey.
When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now, we see through a glass darkly.
Hey.
But then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known.
Oh, Christian.
What Paulos is telling them is that even what I'm saying, I only know that it's just a mimicry of the true image. I see an inversion of the true image. What I see is only a projection of what is there. But there will come a time when the elevation occurs. That's what he's saying, that what we are saying is not even the full picture.
Yeah.
That's what triggers me in what you're saying, Woody. When you know the full picture, you are all and you are one at the same time.
Yes.
The whole thing about dimensions is about that.
This is where now
you are. Yes, you are one and all.
You know, you say they will take a valid thing and take it out of context. They'll start talking about, no, there's a library out there, the Akashic record. And no, it's not there's a library. You know it all. You are the bar.
Yeah. Yeah. You see now, I like what you're saying about dimensions, because I spoke earlier about dimensions. People don't even understand that it's dimension after dimension after dimension. I spoke about length. It's a very basic form of a dimension. Breadth, it's another dimension. Height is another dimension. And then time, that's another dimension.
I bring this up.
Yes.
The reason I bring this up is because we were given a version of education which is atomistic. It's materialistic. And it keeps us from understanding in my time, same time, which in the collective all.
Yes.
There's not many other smaller pictures. No, there is the full picture, and then there's the attributes of what the full picture of what is. You know, there's the full cause, and then there are attributes. That is why the Islamists, they will say, Allahu Akbar. There is only but one. There is only but one tongue. Anything else is an attribute. If it has a start and an end in space and time, it's attributable, no matter how big. Because there is only one all. There is only one Baphomet.
You know, my brother, now that we are talking about this, I just thought of something. Because our people don't understand the importance of mythology as an allegory of some form of history. Just to deviate a bit, dimensions go even further than we can even imagine. So there are things that are hard to imagine. For example, our galaxy.
Sorry, that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was saying you are paused. Okay. Yes.
Our galaxy, for example, it's hard to even fathom how massive it is.
Bruh.
It's even to the eye. We don't see it, but we see the Milky Way. Do you know what some of the ancient cultures used to call the Milky Way? The reed. Umhlanga. Umhlanga. They used to call the Milky Way Umhlanga. You go to ancient Japanese cultures and many others, maybe Southern Americans, they call it the big Umhlanga from which we came. Umhlanga burst and we came out of Umhlanga. This is a piece of the Milky Way. When our ancestors tell us ukuthi siphume emhlangeni, it's an allegory of this visible rod that you can see in the sky.
From the time, you know, when it's when it says from the time of giants, because there was a time when uhlanga lolu touched the east and west parts of the maybe it's the horizon, ne?
Of the horizon.
And then they would say giants would descend onto earth.
Mm-hmm.
Through the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
This is why
needs umsebenzi, because we still have to understand what galaxies are. We need to go to the point of dark energy, the accelerated expansion of the universe. We need to talk about dark energy. We need to talk about galaxies and planets. We need to be able to talk about stars and quantum fluctuations. We must be able to talk about afterglow light patterns, you know, the inflations in our universe, the very fabric of what we understand as reality. In fact, we need to also understand that we cannot even see the vast majority of what we live with. We cannot even imagine what we live with. If we could see with our own eyes, some of our people would go crazy. Literally, they would run if they could even see what's in their spittle. Just their spittle alone.
Blow the earth up, Sandile. Quite literally, we will blow the earth up. Probably this side of the known, kind of beyond our known universe. We would blow it up.
Yes.
This is why accessing this space has been guarded so much over the centuries, because once you understand that all, I will take it to Indaba My Children, the birth Zahareli. Zahareli is the deification of a Kamakwist, a theoretical Kamakwist who saw the collective of it all and went down.
My goodness. You know, my brother, before I drop, I know it's getting interesting, but I've got some work to do. There's something I would like to share someday.
Yeah.
The story of Haitzeb, who led his people through waters. Haitzeb called out to Gamab for Gamab to split the waters in half. That sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Hint, nudge, nudge.
Hey, Haitzeb, the man of the bush, that's what it means. Tina, we call you Haitzeb Udulube. He split the ocean in the waters in half. He called out to Gamab. Gamab means the one of the water. Gama, remember, water. Gama, water. He called to Gamab to split the bloody water, but Haitzeb in another form is called Twigwab. Twigwab, who was hit in the knee by Gaunab. Hit in the knee by Gaunab, aka Umlenze Ngamunye. Mlende Ngamunye, asho Maswati. So I think there's an ocean indeed that we need to dive deep into, where the sun does not penetrate. And even there are other oceans underneath the ocean, and we need to dive in deep. But to dive deep, kumele uhlubule. You have to detach. You have to detach from futilities.
The gospel of Christ. Share all your wealth and follow me.
Kunjalo, buti. I'm gonna
Because
drop my
yinye
people.
ngedwa engikwazi ukunifaka laphaya.
Yes.
Because he is, I'm not speaking literally, he is the all
Yes, my brother.
for that religion, just like Muhammad is the all for the Muslims, just like Baphomet is the all for the occultists,
Yeah, especially the
just like
Jewish people.
Nati Ikamaku is the all for us.
Cause. Tamagu, Tamagu, Kasab. Siyacamca ke xa sisitsho, siyacengceleza, siyanqula. Sithi makube Xosi, kubele, kube Camagu ekhaya pha. Thank you, my brother, for joining. Thank you to everyone who joined. Thank you to everyone who engaged. We will try to push the work. Life is happening, but we'll try to make as many posts as possible. Thank you for joining, brother Shumaeli. Please join again some other time. I'm sure we're all gonna grow from it. I'm gonna drop now, my people. Magube. Oh, maybe just before I drop, next to Tamagu now. Remember, Tamagu is the very system itself, but Tamagu is also the spirits themselves. Itongo, what we understand as Itongo. Litamagu or Amab. Now there's another one just next to it called Kayagu. Kayagu. Now, Kaya, if you're a Xhosa speaking person, Kaya, you guys should know what Kaya means. Kaya means something that causes feelings of goodness inside. Igugu, ibongo, ikaya. It makes you to feel good inside. So kaya is something that makes you to feel good. It comes from the word kai, which means good. As when you greet kaites, which means good day. Kaitsuhub, good night. So kai means good. Ikai. Kaya, the one that makes you feel good. Kayagu. These are the messengers of the Tamab, of the Tamagu system. Abahlekazi, because kai means good. Kayagu ngabahlekazi. So when you say mhlekazi, you're not wrong. These are the messengers. And who do we call mhlekazi? We call mhlekazi the leopard. We call mhlekazi inkanyamba. We don't call this by name. Yeka nje singahloniphi thina. But inkanyamba you don't call by name. Even ingwe we don't call by name. That's how I was taught at home. Umhlekazi. In fact, you greet when you see, mhlekazi. You let it pass in its territory. So, mhlekazi means kayagu. Ikayagu, the one who brings about goodness, good tidings. You know, the word for gospel is besora in Hebrew, which means good news. Kayagu. I'm out.
Abashumayeli bendabuko.
Toast.
Amen. Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you, my people. Bye-bye.